What's up, everybody?
Well, hello.
We are about to go live with GameSpeak Podcast, episode 229.
Wow.
Let's do it. Yo, and hello, and welcome to the 229th episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in stunning HD. Where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are now streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeak Podcast, youtube.com/Create for Sanity, and facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast. If you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Also, be sure to join the community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord group, which is dsc.gg/GameSpeak Podcast. If you want to hang and talk games with other nerds like us, this show is two childhood BFFs and a brand spanking new BFF. You can just spank him. Anyways, bringing you all things video games. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Jafra, alongside Brent Boruto Bass.
Boruto.
I don't know what that means, but
That's the name of the
it's like
Naruto's kids show,
Naruto's son or something.
Oh, okay, and we've got Devin the Dorito. Devin Mayer.
Hey,
because Doritos are cool.
hell yeah.
That's
true.
the best I got, guys. You know,
Hey.
I'm learning. I have a new appreciation for what you do, Jamel.
Hey, thanks.
know,
You know,
a
I put a
new
lot
fan.
of effort into it. Like, who would have thought of Brent Boruto, dude? Not me, because I have no. I just kind of like I hope something's in my brain whenever, because it's like
It starts with a
freestyling.
B.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
at this point, you almost have to like think of what you would think of, and then think of the opposite of that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Gonna have to bust out the thesaurus of all the B words.
We're so deep into the GameSpeak podcast at this point. What episode is this?
229, dude.
Jesus, Louises.
That's a lot of coming up with middle names for
Yeah.
you. Like,
And
229 fake names for Brent.
probably more like 227. I think there's been at least one or two times where I've repeated something, but you told me, and then I like fixed it.
Yeah, but you fixed it.
That's
and you
true,
Changed
so it
it.
is
So there is
229.
at least, and maybe I was even wrong on this time. So maybe there's even more.
Yeah, maybe I made you like 240
And
names.
the F is for I don't
family.
know.
No.
Dude, that'd be
I'm
tight.
so glad that fucking meme died. Oh, hey guys.
Oh yeah,
Glad to
Devin,
be back.
Hey, he's
yeah.
back.
I fucking
Look
survived.
at what we got.
If anybody was wondering about that.
Devin,
we were a little bit. We were like, man, I hope Devin survived the plague.
Yeah,
I,
Devin actually died from COVID, and then we brought him back.
Resurrection's
This
fun.
is a-
necromancy.
Yeah,
Defib-
You can't tell, but from like here down, I'm actually like deteriorated.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've
yeah.
got him in like.
he looks like that little guy off of like American Dad that always like walks in. You know what I'm talking about? Like the doctor, and then like the little frail guy, and like he like tells, they'll like hand him a piece of paper, and they'll like drop it, and they'll be like, "I got it." Like,
No, I don't-
nah,
I do
man,
not
I'm
know
so
that
alone
one.
on this, but it
Well, I
just
like-
always reminds me of
I
that.
like the show, but no, I can't think of that character.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
I've watched a lot of American Dad.
I'm gonna have
and
to look this up and show
Are
you,
you sure
guys.
it's American Dad?
Yes, I'm absolutely
Okay.
positive. Okay,
Uh,
anyways,
but,
y'all go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, overall, yeah, I dealt with the COVIDs. I had a super easy go of it, but it took me a long time, even after my symptoms were gone, to come up with a negative test. And so I finally got one last Thursday, and was like symptomless almost a week before that. And yeah, got to rejoin society. I thought going into it, I was like, all right, this ain't gonna be that bad. I got plenty of video games
Yeah,
and
yeah.
lots of shows and shit.
Definitely.
After the first week, man, I was going so fucking stir crazy, especially after I was feeling better. And I was like, I need to get this negative test so I can get back to work, because used up all my fucking PTO. Thankfully I had some.
Yeah.
And no, the second week being just trapped in my house, and then dealing with a bunch of other stuff. My dad is really going through COVID bad in Florida on a
man.
ventilator and whatnot. So that was like the second half. I was already better, thankfully. So yeah, I've been dealing with that. It's been a crazy last 2 weeks.
Man, dude.
So fucking missed you boys. Glad to be
Yeah.
back on the show.
Glad you're back here
Yeah,
on the
dude.
show.
Yeah, definitely didn't want to come around and take the chance of infecting y'all. So my voice is like it's like permanently raspy. I think I'm not sure. There's something going on. I didn't.
You don't sound much different.
No. Okay.
No,
Can you
Maybe it's just
taste?
me. So
Did you lose your smell or taste?
I didn't lose my taste that much, but my smell completely gone. I lit a candle and I blew it out and tried to smell the smoke from the candle. Like that's like something that like even congested I can smell.
Yeah, for sure.
Nothing. My nose was completely clear and I was like,
Weird.
I don't
I was
know how
like,
you
"Whoa."
can't smell, but you can taste. Like for me, it's like if
Well-
my smell is gone, I can't taste. Like,
so normal people that's the case, but I've been a mouth breather 90% of my life because I'm always congested from my allergies. So I guess my body just like can taste
it's like that.
without my smell. Yeah,
I have
don't know.
buddy who had it, and he still can't taste, and he's testing like he's good now. Like he doesn't test for COVID at all, but he can't taste anything still. And he said the doctor told him that he potentially might not be able to taste for months because some
Damn.
people who get it just can't taste it for like months afterwards, and then it comes back.
It's
Yeah.
even. It could be worse than that. There's a lady that works out at my gym. She got it like at the beginning, like right before everybody went on quarantine
Uh-huh.
and all that stuff. She still can't taste.
Oh no!
It's been over a
Fuck.
year and she can't
Oh
taste.
Wow.
no!
Yeah.
I'd
My-
lose so much weight, dude.
I'd lose so much joy.
Right?
Yeah,
Can you
I
imagine?
didn't eat that much, but I had a super easy go of it. I had like the worst of it was like 3 days of like really bad backache and like body ache, and my eyeballs were sore for some reason.
Man.
Like I don't if I looked in one direction too far, it was just like a super dull pain.
From looking at all those sins.
Well, I got real bored in my apartment.
I've come to the conclusion that I'm just immune, like he is Legend. You know what I mean? Fucking like
I am
my-
Legend.
I
Not the.
am- I am
just like
Legend.
the band.
No,
he
sorry,
is Legend.
yeah, no, like I am Legend, or like The Last of Us. Like I'm fucking. My blood is the answer.
Jamal,
We need
know
to
what I
cut you
mean?
open.
I think he's just built different.
Yeah, I feel like Brent's just built different. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
no, I've got my theory for this is supported by the fact that I've been working in proximity with like at least 4 or 5 people that had like confirmed cases of COVID. Like we were working like shoulder to shoulder, and like the next day they tested positive for COVID, and like I'm still negative. I'm taking all this. It got so bad at my work that like our bartender got certified to give COVID tests, and he's got like a stack of them at work. And like,
Well, I mean, that's
dude,
good that they're taking those measures.
it is, but like
to
it's
protect
I'll
everybody.
be like,
that-
y'all better pay me for this. Like, if I'm gonna have to be in here, just like being up close with these COVID people.
So what do you do for work? I'm a bartender and a COVID tester.
Yeah, Brent, maybe it's just because you didn't get enough of that viral load.
not enough of the load.
Yeah, dude. I think maybe you just haven't been virally loaded yet.
Maybe I think it may be because I just kind of like I don't know. I keep to myself. You know what I mean? I stay away
I'm
from everybody.
antisocial.
I'm
Was
on
I'm on
this side of the
that.
kitchen. You know what I mean?
I feel you, dude. Well, I'm glad that you don't have COVID.
I don't know, man. I
I'm
just
glad
never got
Devin no longer has COVID. I'm glad that I don't have COVID. Don't be fucking giving me COVID. None of y'all. Okay? Actually, y'all need to leave. No, I'm just kidding. No. But anyways, so besides Devin almost dying, what have you guys been doing?
I watched a lot of shows. Started Bleach.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
I
Get
didn't-
ready for 300 something episodes of
So-
boringness.
Well,
What?
no. So I looked it up. I got into the Bounce saga or whatever, which is like season 3, and I was like, this fucking sucks.
It's really bad.
Well, come to find out, it's not canon at all. And
No.
What?
So there's
do you mean
a
it-
lot of Bleach, the anime, that is not canon to the manga, and it's like a lot of the stuff that's not canon is apparently fucking terrible. Like starting with this first saga of these, it's like the second or third saga in the show, but that's not even in the manga at all, and
Yeah.
it was just bad.
There's a lot of filler, like
Yeah.
so much filler. It's one of the animes that like is just known for being so much filler because at the time
It was so
the
huge.
manga wasn't like done yet, so they were just making up shit while they were waiting for the manga to
Yeah,
finish.
and the anime blew up immediately, and so they were just pumping out seasons just to have an anime out there because the fans were just like going crazy about it. So I found, I think it's like Nerdist or something or some site. They have a whole like how to avoid all the bullshit.
Yeah, like a
A
chronological.
watch guide. And because I was about to give up on it, The Bounce, I was like, oh, it's like, all right, well, not that many episodes. And then I found out season 4 was all about The Bounce too. And I was like, oh my God. All right. And I looked it up, and sure enough, it wasn't canon. And I found a whole guide, and Bleach is badass if you're not watching the bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, well that sounds like a lot of work, but I might go through it one day.
Dude,
Man, you ain't even
it's-
gone through Hunter x
it's
Hunter yet.
good.
You can't watch nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, it's like 26 seasons.
Yeah,
or
it's a
something like
lot.
that.
26 seasons.
It's a lot, but I mean, it's nowhere near like One Piece or something. Like
Yeah,
I think there's like 900 episodes.
No, I
of
think
One
they broke
Piece.
1,000.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, it's a lot. Like
And then
But-
Suicide Squad, y'all watch that?
no,
No,
Honestly, for a comic book movie, you got to come at it as a comic book movie.
I've heard
It
it's
was
good.
it was
I've heard,
enjoyable.
yeah, I've heard it's
Yeah.
good.
I was like, I went into it with very low expectations.
I haven't watched
it
a
was-
comic book movie in a long time. Like,
Dude, it was-
I haven't watched a Marvel movie or a DC movie in like a hot minute. Like,
How hot?
Yeah, like
like
Like,
since
the
the
temperature.
last one I watched was the Infinity War or whatever. Or not
Yeah.
Infinity War. What's the Endgame? I watched Endgame because it was like all the rage or whatever.
Nice.
You know?
And you didn't even
But I
watch
didn't
all the
even-
stuff up to it.
I watched Infinity War because I felt like it was necessary to understand Endgame. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
Well, yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
watch much of the preceding stuff before that.
I think
Oh,
the
yeah,
most
you missed a
recent
whole
Marvel thing I have watched was the original Avengers movie. That's like the most
Nice.
recent thing.
I
I
watched
did
the
play the
Marvel-
Avengers game, but it has nothing to do with the movies or any of
yeah,
the
I
MCU.
get, you were such a fan of it too. I'm surprised you
I
don't watch more
enjoyed
of the
it a
movies.
lot. I think that's why I liked it, because you don't have to like be privy to all the. I don't want to go back and rewatch a bunch of bullshit, but I also don't want to miss out on anything. So it's
Well,
like
I
I'm
mean,
rocking a hard place.
When you
there.
talk about the MCU, like there's a lot of good and only like there's a small handful of bad,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
bad movies. So like I don't know. I'll look up like which ones like to avoid and like because there's some like Thor: The Dark World was bad and not that much like transpired to like lead into the rest of the MCU filler movie.
But that's the thing. It's like if you also have to be in that mood. Like if you just want something like that, I feel like Marvel,
over the top action.
yeah, over the top
CG.
action. It's literally like a roller coaster. Like they were saying, what's his name? That guy kept saying in the news, and everybody was getting pissed off about
Martin
it.
Scorsese.
Yeah, it's
or
like
what?
it's like if you want to go to the amusement park for the day, like watch Marvel shit. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. It's meant to be fun and
Yeah.
entertaining. So, but outside of that, like if you want something deep, like that's gonna fucking get you, dude. Hunter. No, I'm just kidding.
Still on about it. I was about to start Hunter x Hunter and then I got hooked on Bleach. I'm sorry.
I got a problem, bro. I got a problem with that.
Pushes me out of the
Even
chair.
Pi like posted in Discord and was like, dude, I finally got to the Chimera Ant arc and was like, holy shit, like I did not expect this. And I was like, dude, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
I need to go back. At this point, I'm gonna have to rewatch the first episode because I don't really remember what happened.
So hard.
I know.
We just got to get past the first season, right? And then
That's
it
it.
changes completely.
No, once you get past the first season, it's fun. It's good. And then the third season's even fucking better and it blows your mind. And then the fourth season, you're like, whoa, like I can't do this anymore. It's so good. Like that's how good it is. Like it just progressively gets better and better. And then it ends in a fair place, even though you want more. Like I seriously just want more. But Togashi is still on hiatus. He just passed his 1,000th day of hiatus, so it's unfortunate.
That's several years.
Yep.
Damn.
Anyways,
Man, I went to the bar for the first time since COVID this week.
Yeah, kind of been avoiding those.
Man, it was a good time.
what'd you do? Like you
What do
just
you think I
dance?
did? I
Like
got-
you dance?
got
Do you go to a
drunk.
club or
No,
to
it
a
was like
bar?
a karaoke bar. I like the karaoke.
Oh, nice.
12th,
You know?
12th Street?
Yeah, 12th
Oh, okay,
Street.
okay.
Yeah, they opened
Yeah,
back up.
I miss 12th, man.
Yeah, it's
I
a
used to
good
go there
time
all the
over
time when I
there.
lived in Huntsville.
Yeah, for real. Shout out 12th Street, dude.
Yeah.
Huntsvillians, y'all should check it out.
So
if you
what'd you sing for karaoke, dude?
Give
us a little,
it was
little
some
taste
kind
of
of
it.
Frank Sinatra song. Scott
What?
Morgan was there, and he was like, "Hey, I'm signing us up for some karaoke." And he's like, "You know Frank Sinatra?" And I was like, "Yeah." And,
I saw him once.
And
No,
we
I'm just
sang,
kidding.
we sang some Frank Sinatra. I can't remember. I was pretty drunk. I
Oh,
drank.
okay.
It was
See,
the
that's bold.
tequilas.
I would
Give us a
not-
little sample,
yeah.
dude. Hit one of those
No,
Sinatra
I'm
notes.
good, bro.
Aw, damn.
Give me like
I thought you were
some
about to
tequila
just
and
drop
I'll-
a Sinatra song. Dude.
So I forgot how long I haven't been here. I forgot to talk about the shirt that I'm wearing.
Oh,
Mega.
you went to
Hella-
Fallout Boy.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure is where I got COVID from. But
That makes sense.
It's probably where all of Texas
Um,
got COVID.
well,
that's probably the ground zero.
Dude, there's a lot of fucking people. But the only reason I say I might have because one of my buddies that was with us was completely fine, and then like me and my buddy to my left, we got COVID.
Yeah.
So
You didn't
But
give him enough viral load.
it was probably the fucking concert. On an upside, it was fucking awesome. All three, it was Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day, and they all three sounded just like their album still. Like after all these years, they were looking old, and that was kind of depressing.
Yeah.
But they were fantastic.
They're all like in their 40s and 50s now.
like
It's
all of
crazy.
them are I think all of them are in their 50s except for like
Fall
Fall
Out
Out
Boy,
Boy.
yeah.
And they're in their like mid 40s though, early
Yeah.
40s.
Man, I bet that was badass.
Yeah.
Dude, Weezer fucking
Weezer
killed
sang
it.
a Fall Out Boy song, right? Did they do it at y'all's show?
No,
I saw it on
no.
YouTube. Like the lead singer.
Fall Out Boy's like, what the fuck, bro?
No, they
No,
they
no,
like
no,
came
no.
out and sang "Sugar We're Going Down." Like he just like was like,
What?
I wanted to cover like a Fall Out Boy song, and like by himself, like with a guitar, like just sang "Sugar We're Going Down," and the whole crowd was singing, and so I was like, dude, that's awesome.
Did Fall Out Boy come out and play it later? Because then it's like,
Yeah, but
Oh, okay, I was about to say, yeah, Fall Out Boy played it at our show, and it was fucking epic. But
hearing, yeah, like I mean, it wouldn't ruin it.
you don't think it takes a little steam out of it the second time you hear it?
No, because they didn't play with drums or anything. Like he was just like doing like an acoustic version of it, basically, and like singing it in the Weezer voice. You know what I'm saying? It's a,
yeah,
I guess I'm just imagining the Weezer guy like on stage, and he's like, "Sugar, we're going down swinging," and then he like walks off stage, and then Fall Out Boy comes on stage,
Sing the
and it's
same
just like,
song.
and
don't
like
know, I'm
everybody's
hype
like,
right now.
"Fucking again, dude."
They sang one of their. They didn't even do a cover.
Then Green Day
but
comes
they-
out, and they're like, "Sugar, we're
Just cover
going
after.
down."
they all
right.
covered the same song.
Yeah.
No, they didn't do a cover, but they did do a new song. Have you heard Weezer's new song? I can't even think of the name of
I
it.
don't
It was pretty
know.
good though. It was good. Freaking Green. I think Green Day killed it though.
I love me some Green
Fall Out
Day.
Boy
man.
did it. They all three. It was great. Like all three of them.
Those are like
performed
three of
insanely
my
well.
like. That's like the holy trinity of my fucking old band favorites back in the day.
And growing up, yeah,
Yeah.
I grew up. Like,
Except I
was,
didn't listen to a whole lot of Weezer.
Yeah, I
back
didn't.
Then.
I was about to say that's definitely not the
Weezer a
Holy
little
Trinity.
bit, but
Yeah.
Green Day when I was like 10
I
years
listened to a
old.
lot of Green Day and Fall Out Boy.
It's the
for
holy
sure.
duo. We
Yeah.
got Fall Out Boy and
I still liked Weezer.
Green
I just
Day.
didn't like.
No, but they're
jam
not,
them
like-
religiously like I did Fall Out Boy.
they're not
you
on the
know?
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
no.
Like that. Like Weezer belonged to the generation before us. Like I feel like we came in at the latter part of Weezer. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they were putting out the dun, dun,
Beverly Hills.
dun, dun.
Yeah,
yeah, like we got that Weezer. Everybody before us had like Pinkerton and all that nonsense, and like I have no idea what any of that is.
I feel like every era
Africa.
of Weezer has its gold.
has
mixed
its
in.
good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
dope. Wish I wouldn't have got COVID from it, but
Hey.
um,
shit happens.
You know.
it happens. Hello, face made in the view the chat.
What
the
up,
multitude.
face?
I'm gonna take a wild guess.
I'm assuming I know who it is too. But anyways, so yeah, I didn't do much, so we're gonna jump into the news.
What's up, Alana?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I did play a game that I should have played before that I got it done. Or not done, but I played a lot of it, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But just so you guys know, we are using video game news articles from around the web, and we do not claim any of these articles as our own. We're just bringing them to one place so you guys don't have to go looking for them, you scrubs. So we're going to start with Joe Screbbles at IGN. He says, Call of Duty Vanguard will seemingly be revealed this Thursday, August 19th, within Call of Duty Warzone. So like
Within Warzone.
in the Warzone.
You got to download the Warzone app and. No, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
basically. Multiple social media users have reported that the PlayStation Store has begun to show advertisements for the reveal, which say an event will take place at 10:30 a.m. Pacific. And I'm not going to go into all the other time zones, just figured out based off of that. On August 20th on August 20th. The adverts specify that the reveal will take place within free-to-play Battle Royale Call of Duty Warzone. The PS Store adverts aren't replicable by all users, and it isn't yet clear whether this is a purposely mysterious teaser or a mistaken early release. Which, forget all that. We just saw a teaser for it today. So this news article was before that teaser came out. Did you guys see the little teaser trailer?
Mm-mm.
I'm like anti-COD right now.
Oh, because of the
Tell me about the
anti-cheat.
teaser trailer.
It's basically just like Vanguard's going to take place in World War II. But this time there's actually going to be swastikas. They're not going to try and take them out like they did in the WW2 one.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice they didn't have SWAT.
Yeah, we're like, we can't put that in here. It's like we're killing
It's
them.
part of World War II. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Okay, Brent. We know what we know. History didn't happen. All right. Anyway, so they're putting the swastikas back in, breaking the law.
All right. I like that.
And it's gonna be really interesting. So far, the teaser doesn't show any gameplay. But on the
just swastikas.
just swastikas. So on the 19th, though, I'm guessing we're gonna get some gameplay. But it looks interesting. It looks interesting. You see like an M1 Grand. You see some guns sitting around and stuff. Like getting some old school Medal of Honor vibes from it, or like old school Call of Duty vibes, like Call of Duty 2.
That'd be dope if they return to form.
Yeah, I would really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But anyways, so what you guys got?
All right, I'll go.
Yeah, you go.
Because fuck Call of Duty.
Oh,
It's all
no.
about Battlefield.
Oh, no.
Fucking. So
Oh,
this is
no.
actually pretty cool. Now this is also a rumor though. So
You're a rumor.
Taylor.
No, I'm just kidding. I just get mad. Call of Duty's a good game.
Dude, I'm so. We'll talk about it
Yeah,
later
no,
when,
I
when we
know.
talk about currently playing. But no, Taylor Lyles over at IGN. Battlefield 2042's Hazard Zone mode rumored to be a mix of Escape from Tarkov and Hunt Showdown.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said when I first saw the article. But let me get
how
through
is
it.
it oh yeah, get
Yeah.
there, please.
So yeah, we're about
I'm sorry.
about to tell you.
I'm really curious.
So we still know very little about Battlefield 2042's Hard Zone mode, but new details appear to have leaked courtesy of a data miner on Twitter. The leak comes from Temporal, an account known for data mining the Battlefield series. In a series of tweets, Temporal shares details on what you can expect from the new Hazard mode, noting that it is a mix between Escape from Tarkov and Hunt Showdown. To give a better gist of what the two games Hazard Zone is being compared to, Escape from Tarkov is a first-person shooter where players partake in raids and fight against other players in an open area to obtain loot and escape the map. Meanwhile, Hunt Showdown has players collect bounties from slain monsters. And then there's also a PvP element. It doesn't say this, but there's also a PvP element that players can fight each other while they're trying to take down a monster and stuff. Additional tweets suggest that players can expect to collect intel from data drives and crashed satellites. It's also rumored to contain ammo stations and uplinks where you can call for Ranger, the robot dog, or an ADT. What is an ADT? I don't know.
Sounds like I'm imagining
Is
like
the
a
ADT
robot tank.
Was that the little no, it's not the small robot. Anyways, DICE has yet to detail Hazard Zone fully outside the fact that it's squad based and it will be very different compared to the other. No, I'm sorry, I just skipped a section.
Yeah.
You might encounter AI soldiers like a patrol using a Jaguar, EBRC, or HDT Storm in Battlefield Hazard Zone. According to some data, they can get reinforcements and parachute solo or squads into the map. AI bosses will also probably serve as additional objectives and grant rewards. So act as the bounties and everything, or you can just go and try to kill other players for their loot. So it's going to be like what it's going to be is, I guess, kind of comparable to what was the zone, the PvP zone in the Ubisoft's damn it, what is that game? Starts with a D. Division. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
PvP in that, you like go into an area, there's bosses you can kill, or you can just go straight after players. You'll get marked and stuff. So I'm excited to see a mainstream FPS take this on.
Yeah.
If the rumors are true, it is still rumors, but a lot of times the data mining and stuff like that
Is right.
a lot of time it's pretty accurate. There's also a technical test going on. There's a closed technical test going on and a beta slated for September. So
I don't know if I like. I don't like bosses in first person, and then like you just sit there and shoot. Like maybe if they make it like interesting enough, like in the way that you take down the bosses.
Like the
Yeah.
bosses in Destiny are
Yeah,
really interesting.
that's
I
cool.
feel like.
But
yeah.
if they're not gonna go that deep into making them like like interesting or strategic to take down, then it just sounds like it's just kind of like another bullshit mode to throw into the game.
So
what I'm saying?
what I was thinking about that, and knowing Battlefield and knowing DICE, they're trying to stay true to Battlefield. So I think what I'm guessing they're gonna do is maybe have, because it's gonna be 2042, so they have a little bit of leeway with future technology.
Like a
I'm
mech
thi-
or something.
Yeah, like a fucking Iron Man or a mech
Titanfall,
or
like-
some crazy ass tank or something.
yeah,
Something that's like,
kind of robot.
oh, this
thing.
is like, like top secret tech from something else, or I think they're gonna find some realistic way to tackle it. And
Yeah.
it'll also be dependent on what you can take into that zone too, because if it's if you don't have any kind of vehicle and you got to fight like a tank or something heavily armored, you've got to run up to the sumbitch and try to get some explosives on it or stuff like that. Meanwhile, you still have to worry about all the players that could come up and just freaking gank you while you're trying to kill this boss. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely gonna be a realistic take how they do
Or
it.
a
I don't think
jet.
it'll be
You gotta
bullet
like
sponges.
find a jet and then fly up and fucking take the jet down or something. There's definitely things you
Death
could
Star
do that
it.
would be
No.
interesting.
Yeah, they could make it interesting. I just hope that they do. Like
Yeah.
like put King Kong up in there, like do something.
That would be
Bring the
fucking dope,
Megalodon
dude.
back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bring the Megalodon, but make it an actual enemy. Make it like kill you.
They
That'd
need
be
to have these
wild.
big like kaiju monsters, but keep the destruction elements that they have already in place in the
Oh,
level,
yeah,
like the
dude.
big thing falling over, and just add an animation for like King Kong running up to it and just slapping it in a random direction or something. You know what I mean?
Like,
that
if
would-
you're just chilling inside of the building, like fighting somebody, and a hand just flies through and knocks
oh,
it over.
dude, that would be so epic.
Be tight.
Or
Yeah.
y'all forget there's weather in this one. So hear me out.
Fight a tornado.
A
No,
Megalodon NATO.
You're
Oh,
gonna fight
okay.
the dude, Sharknado.
Yeah, like the Sharknado, but
Oh,
with
dude.
Megalodons.
Yes,
That'd be tight, dude.
I like that.
What you got?
Oh,
All
boy.
right. It's a well-known story at this point for many fans that No Man's Sky has gone from somewhat disappointing to resurgent success, largely through frequent free updates from developer Hello Games. It looks
Significant
like those
updates at that too.
Yeah, it looks like those content drops aren't done either. Hello Games has just teased another one that's coming called Frontiers. In a Twitter post, Hello Games included Frontiers at the end of a list of every update to come to the game so far. The post is accompanied by a sizzle reel of many of the past updates with a title card at the end for Frontiers that confirms that it too will be free for all players.
Yeah, it was their 5-year anniversary.
Yeah, and it's probably, they didn't share much about the update that's coming, but if we go off of their past updates, it's probably going to be pretty epic. And just the name Frontiers kind of implies that
It's a new frontier.
a new frontier. Yeah, I feel like it'll probably be pretty cool, whatever they do. So,
Yeah.
good on them for
they haven't
keeping on
released-
updating, you know what I mean?
Dude, like you said in the beginning of that article, like they took it from like such a barren game with just like the functionality of what the game was like based around, and then now it's like there's so much, so many different structures you can build now. People have built entire cities on planets by themselves, like functioning cities. Like there'll be like labs and all kinds of stuff, and then you can also tame wildlife on planets now. The most recent update that they just put through was called Prisms, and it was like a graphics overhaul. And now the game is just gorgeous. Like the graphics are really good. Not that they were terrible before, but that was a big overhaul or a significant one that they just put through. So yeah, if I had to guess with like Frontiers, maybe like settlements or something. What if they did that shit?
That's what I'm thinking, like like
Yeah.
planets that are already inhabited by like people, and maybe they give you side quests or some shit. You know what I mean? Like,
That would be cool. Give it a more Fallout vibe.
yeah, and
Just breathe some life into the universe, because all the planets are still, they're all like
Dead.
they're uninhabited, or they have just like little bitty stations randomly placed around.
if you made like 200 like randomly generated side quests and just added them into the game, I feel like it wouldn't get too stale too fast if you had like 10 per planet or something like that. You know what I mean?
There's a little. I think there is a little bit of side quests that you can get from the stations that are found on some planets, and then also there's for each system that you go into, each solar system, there's a space station that you can go to, and I think this was also an update. I was actually playing it earlier this week. And there's this big space station that you can go to, and I think you can get missions there now, which is a new feature.
You know what they need is like they need to have settlements, but you need to be able to take people from that settlement to like your uninhabited planets and like let them free and just like let them terraform your planets that you've already like worked on. You know what I mean?
And create armies.
You gonna take them by force or like?
I don't know. No, just be like, hey man,
visitors?
let's
Put
go.
them in the trunk.
Hey guys, come on, get it.
I have a family. Shut up. No, but, so Taylor Lyles at IGN says, after numerous delays, Blue Box Game Studios has released its real-time experience patch for its upcoming horror game, Abandoned. But the wait was certainly not worth it. After downloading or updating a 5 gigabyte file to your PS5, the app launches a 4-second teaser with no additional information or context. If the video looked familiar, it's probably because it's the same video that Blue Box Game Studios previously shared on its Twitter account the day it was supposed to come out. So the Blue Box Game Studios said technical issues pushed back the patch in a series of now deleted tweets. This includes one now deleted tweet posted yesterday noting that the development team encountered, quote, multiple engine issues, end quote, following a graphical glitch. After the brief video, a message that reads, quote, gameplay prologue coming soon, end quote, appears. Even before watching the teaser, the app has a menu featuring 6 slots, 5 of which are empty, with each slot containing a label such as cinematic trailer and gameplay demonstration number 1. Blue Box Games has yet to share any additional details on when fans can expect further details on Abandoned. Yet, given the lack of communication and a questionable track record, it's hard to say what will happen next. I was there live for this. I was on the scene. All right?
So you fool.
I was trying to track it because everybody assumes this is going to be a Kojima game. It's going to be a Silent Hill game. Now, this made me believe that even more because there's no way in fuck that PlayStation is allowing this right now. What they're doing, there's no way they're allowing this without there being some reason for it. Because Shuhei Yoshida posted that same day, was like, Abandoned trailer app comes out today, you know, and like, so everybody's like, okay, so Shuhei's talking about it. He's like a big deal at Sony, you know, and then Kojima posted that morning like a cryptic tweet about a trailer that he says was about the director's cut of whatever was the other game, Death Stranding. He said it was for that, and he's like they told me to make the trailer longer, but or something, but like I wanted to keep it short. And then the trailer that came out was 4 seconds long, and it was a teaser. It's literally just a foot walking by, and like there's so many like little clues that hint that it has something to do with PT. Like even on the app, like whenever you see the app in the background, it has like a little door with a light above it, and it's like the exact door from PT, like, but it's kind of blurred out, so you can't really see it.
Hype, dude.
I'm
Don't
telling you,
do me
so,
like this, dude.
It's not me doing you like this. It's Blue Box Games doing you like this, because if it turns out that this isn't the game that everybody's assuming it actually is, a Kojima game, then Blue Box is going to have a lot to pay for, basically, because they are purposefully drawing people in with this. Like, they're using it as a marketing ploy.
Trolling the fuck out of
Bro,
me.
yeah. I would not be surprised if the next video is just like, never gonna give you up. Fucking
First gameplay trailer.
Bro, if they did,
you down. Yeah, but
that would be epic.
dude, but honestly, can we just sit here and imagine for a second if this is PT? Like, if this is like they just revived the project and it's like exactly what we, were originally gonna get from PT. Like, this would be some serious ammo in PlayStation's arsenal.
It
you
would
know
be.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
But
man.
that's one of the other reasons why I don't believe it, is because there's a lot of evidence that Kojima's working with Xbox right now on a game. So it's tough to say
Dude,
what's
what if he's
actually
playing
happening.
both sides? I mean, he's not tied down to any
No, he's not.
thing, and it's not the first time that developers have been working on Xbox with one thing and PlayStation with another thing. You know what I mean?
But is he known for working on 2 different projects
At one
once?
time?
No, not
Yeah.
generally, but he's kind of a badass. Maybe he can do that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I guess
dude,
we'll see.
Hopefully, he doesn't spread himself thin.
maybe
Yeah.
his role in PT's production is already basically done. I mean, they had it like planned out a while back. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe he's got all the planning for that shit done. He's just like, all right, y'all go.
But
do
he's
that.
a director. He's not just a I come up with the ideas. He's like the guy who directs the cinematics and does everything. Like he's that guy.
Very
so like he
involved.
has
Yeah,
to
but
be
we don't
there.
know how much they've got or how much they had done on PT back in the
True.
day, you know, and if that's even a thing anymore, you know.
Yeah. Now the track record for Blue Box Studios is that there's only like 3 games that they've ever worked on that never came out. So like they like
yeah, I saw that. Like
Yeah.
several games that like they hyped up big time and just never got released. or
yeah,
got
they just got
canceled.
quiet. So
It's not a
everybody's
good track
also
record.
No, it's
No.
not.
so there's also this whole thing, and also like all of their company like pictures on their website are all stock photos and stuff. Like
Yeah.
there's Dylan said Norman Reedus was even posting about Silent Hill stuff recently too. Oh, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, he had that bunny rabbit. That's right. Silent Hill 2 rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So either it means something or he's a furry. But like I mean like because I mean why else would you post that bunny? But you know
Bro,
so
I
we
will
got
shit
2
a
options.
brick. Okay.
Oh,
hold
hold
on.
up.
Brent's got
Alright.
something.
Oh, what is it?
What if they announce fucking the PT playable trailer or whatever and it through the app and it's like, you know, the exact
What if it's PT?
it is PT, you
like
know?
just that
Like,
original
'cause it
demo.
says the demo, you know. But then, what if the next demo is a fucking VR version of the same thing? Fucking like, what if they have PSVR 2's like launch title is fucking Silent Hills?
Well, okay,
you know what I'm
so
saying?
it's
Like,
a possibility, and the reason why I say it's a possibility is because the whole reason that they're claiming that they have to do this as an app and not just put the trailer out on YouTube, experience for the trailers. So maybe it could be a VR situation, but I don't know.
yeah, man,
We'll see. I think
that's wishful thinking on my part, probably.
yeah.
But I've always thought PT would be if it stays in like a tight, you know, area like that. Those kind of games are perfect for VR because
Yeah.
like, you know, just less to render in like a small apartment type setting. You know what I
if
mean?
if they put out PT, it will be in VR. At least you'll be able to play it. In
There'll be a
VR.
version. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, I
it's a
fucking hope so.
PlayStation exclusive. Of course it will be.
Man, dude.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. I think the PlayStation VR demo being in this app is probably
Unlikely.
so more unlikely than it being a Kojima game, in my opinion. Like, but that's just because not too many people have a PSVR yet.
Now again, wishful thing. I think it would be like something to promote PSVR 2. I don't think they would push anything until PSVR 2 either got announced or, you know.
Yeah.
Or this is just the best gaming troll in history.
Yeah, they haven't said shit since they put out the trailer, the teaser. They literally said nothing, and they deleted.
Sketchy.
Very sketchy. It's almost like we were abandoned. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, what you
Got your hopes up and then abandon them. So Phil Spencer has a Steam Deck and says Xbox games will work well on it.
Why is Phil just like the coolest dude ever?
Dude,
He's
yeah.
like, anybody who's like a rival, they put out something, he's like, I'm gonna go get it and support them.
Yeah,
Dude,
give a
Phil
review and
Spencer's
shit.
always hanging out with the Valve people. Like, I saw an interview with Phil Spencer, and he's like, yeah, I was up there, and this was before Half-Life Alyx came out, and he was like, I got to try Half-Life Alyx, and I thought it was really good, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
I was
he-
like, dude, he's just tight with fucking Gabe
Everybody,
Newell and
yeah.
all them.
Yeah, he's
Just
super
fucking,
chill with his competition. Like,
yeah.
He's like, yeah, me and Gabe were just shooting the shit, dude. And we were just talking about when we were kids, bro, hanging out. Like, what?
I showed him this Series X. He was just letting me play the Index a little bit. You know, we were kicking it.
Anyways, what
so
you
the
got, Dylan?
article is by Jared Moore. Xbox boss Phil Spencer has managed to get his hands on a Steam Deck early and says that playing Xbox games such as Halo through xCloud, Xbox Cloud gaming feels good on the handheld. So he did it.
Damn.
Um,
So we
did it.
will be able to play Game Pass on the Steam Deck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited about that. If I
Dude,
Dude, the
Ever
Steam
get a
Deck's
Steam
gonna
Deck,
be sick. I'm telling you guys, man.
Yeah,
So-
dude.
I
And
really
it's-
want one.
So in a tweet, Spencer confirmed that he'd spent the best part of a week with the upcoming portable PC before congratulating the Steam Deck team After having mine for most of the week, I can say it's a really nice device, he said. Games with me on the go, screen size, controls, all great.
You know, his pocket got lined the fuck out by Gabe Newell. He's like, hey, I'm going to let you use this Steam Deck, but I need you to, in like a week, just bust out in the media and talk about how dope it is, please. Because it's going to be the only handheld that can play Xbox games. You know what I'm saying? And Xbox doesn't have its own handheld system.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just going to put more Game Pass.
I guess Age of Empires. Feels good. xCloud works well. Congrats, SD team. The Steam Deck is able to stream games through Xbox Cloud Gaming thanks to the fact that it's just a PC. Despite the console-like form factor, this means that simply opening the web browser and going to Xbox.com is all you need to do to access the Xbox Cloud Gaming library.
Which you do with the iPhone. Yeah.
Provided you have an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, of course. Microsoft's games are also available on Steam and so can be played natively on the device too, should you wish to use games from Microsoft's own services instead. The Steam Deck can also support a Windows install, which means the Microsoft Store and the Xbox app can also be used on the device, as well as services like Ubisoft's Uplay and EA's Origin.
Nice.
So, said if Spencer's comments are anything to go by, it sounds like the handheld could be the perfect way for Xbox players to take their library with them on the go. So,
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
I'm telling you, man.
Excited.
They look dope. I've seen other videos like, what's that fucking place that does all the fucking shit? IGN. I've seen IGN testing them. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Linus Tech Tips testing them. I've seen a few other random people testing them. And
one, and then like a year later, there's a
hey,
Steam
I
Deck 2.
liked my Quest 1. Thank
A
you.
Steam double decker.
I'm gonna probably I'll give it at least a year. I am really interested because I haven't had a handheld. Like I had a 3DS that I never really played that much, and I never had a Switch, and so like I've been wanting a handheld. I still need to get a Switch. I know.
No, you don't, because now you can just get a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So okay.
Well, I need to play some
For Nintendo,
games.
though.
yeah, there are some good
Now-
Nintendo games.
Me and Brent, since we were children, I'm talking like maybe 10 or 11. Whenever it was 11 when the Xbox came out, right? We were about 11.
Something like that.
Yeah. So I remember we were talking all the time about like, oh, what if they put out their own handheld? You know, like
Yeah, we talked about that frequently.
like all the time. We were like, we want to play Halo like
Because that
on
was
the
when
go.
PlayStation had a handheld and Nintendo had a handheld. On the DS was out and the PSP. So we're like,
Yeah.
man, Xbox is the only one without a dope handheld right
Yeah.
now. You know?
We were already podcasting before we were podcasting. We were just like, okay, what if they put out like a handheld and like you could just play Halo like multiplayer anywhere, like Xbox Live or whatever.
Now you can fucking
And now it's here,
xCloud.
dude.
But
like,
see, that's the thing. It's not anywhere because you have to be playing the streaming version off of the internet.
No,
True.
no, not at all. You can get.
get the web browser
get
and then
the app.
download Halo.
You can. Well, first you can get whatever's available through Steam, but also if you get Windows on the Steam Deck, you can download
See,
the
you got to
the
get
Xbox Gaming
Windows
app.
on the Steam Deck though. That's so okay.
That's yeah.
I
it's
get that
third
you
party.
can do it, but you're gonna have to uninstall the OS on the fucking Steam Deck and completely reinstall Windows, which means you're not gonna have the fucking Steam like store.
That's just the user interface.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's gonna not be as user friendly.
talking though, when we first talked about the Steam Deck and like the reveal of it, the way they were talking, it seemed like it wasn't going to be that big of an issue to get Windows. And
Like, I think you're gonna have to have Windows because it's a Microsoft thing.
Or you could
know
get it
what I
through
mean?
Steam because all Xbox games like that are on PC are also on Steam. You know what I'm saying? So like
Not
Halo's
all of them.
Halo's on Steam.
Halo game is on Steam that it's on Xbox
Is Gears
Live.
not on Steam? Like
I don't know.
Forza's on Steam.
Is
you're
it
going to be
and
able to
stuff.
play, Xbox like titles and whatnot.
Yeah,
And
'cause
then
I
if you want to have the whole app and just download your
Chief Collection, Sea of Thieves, Gears 5, Inner Space, like Forza Horizon, Age of
Is
Empires.
Psychonauts 2 coming to Steam?
I guess so. I mean, anything that's an Xbox game comes to PC also on Steam, basically. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm excited for the versatility of it, and I can't wait to see the good that comes from it. I hope that they release I'll probably wait till the second generation to buy into it, because I definitely it's already looking very promising. I think it'll do
Steam Deck?
good. Yeah, Steam Deck.
I'm gonna wait
it's
until I
looking
don't
very
have
promising.
to like wait a year to get one, or like I want to wait until I can just order one and it come to me the next
Yeah.
day. I don't want to
Yeah.
fucking. That's my motto with the PlayStation 5 and these damn graphic cards and everything. It's like I want all that shit here. I'm not trying to reserve the shit. I just want to go to fucking
want it
Walmart
now.
or something and buy it. You know what I mean? So like when that is available and when I can do that, I will do that. You know what I mean?
But yeah, so Psychonauts 2 is going to be on Steam. You can pre-purchase it right now.
Wow. Okay.
Every
So,
game that comes to
I
Xbox
guess it would be
comes to
stupid
PC.
of them to not do that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The real thing is, why don't they have some kind of partnership with Steam? Because EA Play already does. You know what I mean? Like, I have all my EA Play games, like, organized on the fucking Steam already, and I know they're partnered with Xbox Game Pass. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Why don't you just put all of Xbox Game Pass and have, like, a little Game Pass tab on Steam? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Who knows what the future
And
holds?
they're such good friends, like Phil Spencer and fucking Gabe. You'd think it would just be like, hey, let's do a little Game
Well-
Pass partner up, you know? Like,
Yeah.
We could see integration into the UI for the Steam Deck eventually for like maybe like a stand.
deck fucking app. Yeah,
I
that
guarantee
would be great.
there's gonna be apps with the handheld's UI. I guarantee
Yeah.
there'll be apps, and it wouldn't be anything to integrate just a Game Pass app.
That would be the best solution. Like just a dedicated.
Like a launcher.
Phil Spencer, I got lots of other good ideas. Hit me up.
He's like, I never thought of this. He's just like, holy shit. He's like, no, but,
Ahead of the curve.
anyways, so yeah, that was Devin with the Steam Deck. So I guess Brent.
Yes.
Oh, let's see what we got. Yeah.
What we got here?
What we got? Yeah. Okay, we talked about Abandon. Not a lot of news this week. Okay. We talked about Vanguard. We talked about. Oh, okay. I didn't write the article down, but apparently the new Avengers has the Black Panther trailer out and stuff, and apparently it looks pretty good.
Nice.
I checked it out. It looks good to me personally, but I know again that I'm kind of in the minority on the Avengers game. But you know, if you've got the Avengers game and you played it at all, it might be worth hopping back in, checking it out. I don't know if it's out yet, but I think it's coming soon at least. You
And
know.
2 side notes on Avengers. It's on a really good sale for like 24 or $20.
I
something.
highly recommend it for that price, man.
Um,
Especially if you're on PC, because you can crank them graphic settings up and it's beautiful
Yeah,
looking.
and then I saw a statement earlier in the week that I forgot to put in my news, but they said that Spider-Man is still for sure coming in I think by 2021.
See, I don't give a shit because that's only for PlayStation, and I'm trying to get them frames per second. You know what I'm saying?
All of the frames per second.
Dude, just get you a PS5, man.
I
What?
wish if I could fucking find one. If I could find one without battling for it, you know?
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, I'm just waiting.
My neighbor got lucky with a 3080 Ti.
No
He did the Micro Center. Apparently, they do like raffles now.
case.
That's why you just get a new case, though.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
It'd be worth it at that
Like,
point.
Yeah, I mean,
It
if you're
won't
gonna
fit in my
drop the money
case.
for a 30 Ti, I don't think the
Pay
extra
another,
for
like,
fuck-
Bro,
for
I'll
30
cut,
bucks.
I'll cut a little hole in my case. I don't give a damn. No, I'm just kidding.
You see these
just
holes
like
right here?
sticking out the side.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
Airflow.
IGN says the Pokemon Company has announced that it will hold a new Pokemon Presents stream on Wednesday, August 18th. The stream, which will begin at Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, as well as news on Pokemon Legends Arceus. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are the next Pokemon games to be released and will land in this November. Pokemon
What other info could you give us on it? Like, you know, we know that it's a remake of Diamond and Pearl.
Dude, you don't understand, though. There's going to be so much more information. No, I'm just kidding. I really doubt there's going to be much. But Pokemon Legends Arceus will land shortly after in January 2022. Considering it's just a few months until these games release, this stream may offer a more informative dive into the features offered by the 3 games.
Yo, Arceus better be looking a little more polished than the last time they showed it to us. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Trevor?
What's up, man? We're doing great. How about yourself?
We're doing all right. We're just, we're just wishing there was more Pokemon news. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, what is it, Diamond and Pearl? Like, I'm just not hyped enough about it.
So are they saying that this is gonna be done in the Sword and Shield, like visual like setup and everything?
No, it looks
No.
way worse.
Have you not seen it?
No.
It looks like
I've got-
shitty, like cartoon. Like I can't even explain it. It's all bubbly. It doesn't look
Yeah.
like Pokemon.
It's like chibi
weird.
almost. Like
Yeah.
Like I don't even remember. Like my brain kind of cut it out. Like it was like a bad memory or something. But like,
And then you got Arceus, which they're going to show off, which is what I think most of us
Yeah.
are going to tune in for. You know what I mean? But it's like last time we saw Arceus, I honestly was not impressed.
no, it
Like,
just looks like a big empty open world with like random, like sporadic Pokemon. Like, oh look, there's a Pokemon over there. But like, it's like this is an open world. It should be living. Like,
I'm really hoping that was like a really early build of the game or something, and they've done a lot of work to it since then. Because not only did it look empty and open, but like it looked jaggy and not polished for like a
Yeah.
Nintendo. Like, you know, some third Switch games have that jaggy, shitty look. But like Nintendo brand games are generally really good looking on Switch. Like
though this is technically third party. It's the
Yeah,
Pokemon company.
but it's got the Pokemon brand on it, and Nintendo values that shit very, very highly. I mean, it might as well be first party.
no, I know, but they don't intervene. Like they won't intervene with development for Pokemon.
They might
games.
after this. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like that was the thing. Like Pokemon Company got to keep doing whatever they wanted to do as long as like
It stayed on Nintendo.
yeah, basically. So they're gonna do what they want, and they know what makes them money. Make the exact same game every year, forever.
how many years now? Like 25.
Yeah, like
Something like that.
Like,
I
what
feel
did-
like they had a 25th anniversary recently, but that was maybe a year or two ago.
Hold on, what
which is like Pokemon. Like Pokemon came out in America in 1997, I believe. So
Yeah.
I would have been 5. Yeah. So, wow, it's very very sad. Why are we so old? What are you looking for?
I'm just looking at the 98. Blue released in 98.
Yeah. So the first one that came out here was
was it
red, right?
It was blue and
blue and
Blue
red?
and red,
then
yeah.
yellow followed after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1998, guys. Yeah, we're. Ooh.
Wow.
Man. Good God. Okay. Moving on.
Excuse us,
Lord.
excuse us
Good
while we have a
Lord.
quarter life crisis. Or
All right.
midlife.
We just shut the show off and like leave. Yeah.
Gonna go home.
my back hurts.
Yeah.
All right. PC graphics card manufacturer Nvidia managed to sneak a virtual replica of its CEO Jensen Huang into its April keynote event, a feat that went practically unnoticed by everyone. According to the company, part of Huang's speech was delivered by a digitized version of the CEO that was rendered by Nvidia's team and advanced artificial intelligence software. Huang's trademark kitchen, which has become a digital venue for customer and investor talks since the start of the coronavirus pandemic, was also digitally rendered. To create a virtual Jensen, teams did a full face and body scan to create a 3D model, then trained an AI to mimic his gestures and expressions and applied some AI magic to make his clone realistic. Nvidia wrote in a blog post,
Some like deep fake shit going
right?
on.
It is. It's like deep as fuck fake. Digital Jensen was then brought into a replica of his kitchen that was deconstructed to reveal the holodeck within Omniverse, surprising the audience and making them question how much of the keynote was real or rendered. Nvidia added that while only 14 seconds of the hour and 48 minute presentation were animated.
Well,
So-
what if they're just saying that though?
Right.
Like, what if they're just lying, like to make their fucking graphics card sound way cooler? Like, yeah, actually, that wasn't even him. We just did that with our graphics card. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, I'm buying it.
Everybody's like, whoa.
Yeah, dude, like actually, it was just him just doing his thing.
we couldn't get any of our own graphics cards to render it, so
Yeah.
You guys don't realize rendered in AI tech.
Yeah, dude, we're
we
all AI.
deconstructed the set.
But what if
puts a
also
hand through.
that was kind of a big risk for them because like what if it didn't look that good? Like what if everyone's like, wow, that looks completely fake? And they're like, damn, we just ruined ourselves. But hey, IGN.
Wait, what?
the shitty little brother. No, Jared Moore at IGN says the original upload of this year's QuakeCon schedule appears to suggest that a revitalized edition of id Software's classic FPS Quake could be announced at the convention this month. First spotted by Xbox Era, the schedule features a panel called Let's Talk Quake, set to go live at 7:30 a.m. PT on Friday, August 20th. When originally uploaded, the description of this panel stated, Quake is back. In this special stream, John Lineman from Digital Foundry talks to Jerk Gustafsson of Machine Games, which is the team that did the most recent, what are the games called? Wolfenstein games, about the title's iconic legacy and what it meant to both of them. The pair will also discuss the additional content Machine Games have contributed to this revitalized edition. The wording of the panel description has since been altered to remove any mention of a revitalized edition, but the original version can still be found by using the Wayback Machine to view the schedule on its first upload from August 12th. The mention of the revitalized edition is the panel description, or in the panel description, and its subsequent removal suggests that Bethesda could be set to announce an updated version of Quake at QuakeCon this year, featuring new content developed by Machine Games.
And probably in Unreal 4 too.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be awesome. Like
We're
Wolfenstein was amazing. You know, like in my opinion, not the most recent one, but like New Colossus and this is great. Like I loved all of them. But anyways, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say I bet it's just Quake in RTX, just like they did Quake 2 in RTX. You know what I mean?
I don't think so. I think we're bumping up. The fact that Machine Games
bumping up.
Yeah, because they did Doom, they did id Software's Doom, they did Wolfenstein.
Oh,
now it's
okay.
time for
So
Quake.
you think they're gonna do like real Quake? Like
Yeah.
an official,
Revamp.
not just some multiplayer Quake Champions.
No,
bullshit,
I think this is
fucking-
legit. Like it's okay. So it says the
It'd be
timing.
huge.
Yeah, it says the timing of 1996, making this year the game's 25th anniversary. A new version of Quake, be it a remaster, re-release, or something else, would line up with how major gaming milestones are sometimes celebrated, such as blah, blah, blah. But anyways, it says Machine Games also has history with Quake, having previously celebrated its 20th anniversary by releasing a new episode of the game back in 2016. Machine Games designer Jerk Gustafsson has also previously stated in a Reddit AMA in 2019 that developing a Quake game is and will always be on his bucket list. So,
cool.
yeah,
I hope that's probably what they're gonna do. I mean, that would make sense.
we talked about this like not too long ago. Like that's one of the games that needs to come back. Like we've already got Doom, we've already got Wolfenstein. We need Quake.
Yeah.
Now then we'll have the trinity
trio.
of
Trifecta.
the trifecta of the that era, but also Machine Game.
Quake made a comeback. Was it on an original Xbox? They had a
Yeah,
Quake
they had a
game
Quake on there, but it wasn't a comeback at that point. That was more like a
sequel.
yeah, it was like a continuation, and or maybe it was kind of like a
The
reboot.
last one before that was Quake 64, right? Like,
I don't even remember Quake
Hold
64.
on, I got you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, let me just look.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Devin's
not
gonna
entirely
check
sure.
it out.
I only say
always-
reboot because I thought they just restarted. It wasn't Quake 2 or Quake 3. It was just called Quake, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought reboot, because it was like,
So yeah, there's been a bunch
restarting
of different
the-
iterations, and then even different like forms of the game too. Like
Yeah. Like
yeah,
with better
t-
graphics and better lighting and all that stuff.
yeah.
When was the most recent Quake? Like what?
So
what?
Quake, Quake
Quake
4
Champions was the most recent
was
Quake,
it-
but it's
oh,
not
the
a
mo-
like
yeah, it's
single player game.
2017.
It's a
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, it's not Quake.
there's Quake 4 back in 05, and I'm not seeing a Quake 5, so that could have been like the last like major installment.
Xbox too. So I have a feeling that if we do see Quake, because apparently Bethesda's going to be at QuakeCon. I feel like Bethesda's going to announce this because Wolfenstein and Doom are both under Bethesda.
yeah, and obviously
Quake.
you would announce a new Quake at QuakeCon.
Yep, and so I'm
No.
thinking we're gonna get our Bethesda Machine Games Quake, and it's gonna come to Game Pass.
And dude,
Definitely.
Quake still has a very loyal following. Like those guys are still out there, and they've probably been hungry for like a legitimate Quake for a long time.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Anyways, what you got, Devin?
Oh, it is my turn, isn't it? I'm sorry.
How dare you, Devin?
How
You go and get
dare-
COVID. You go and get COVID, and then you come back here and you don't even have your news out,
I'm
bro.
gonna claim. I'm gonna claim what they call it, fog brain or something. I don't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I gone smell blind.
I can't smell my articles. Amazon Games reportedly, excuse me, COVID. Amazon Games reportedly ends rules that claimed employee personal projects. I didn't know about this rule, so I thought this was interesting. Jared Moore over at IGN. Amazon Games has reportedly eased up on guidelines that allowed the company to claim the rights of personal projects worked on by employees outside of work hours.
Wait,
That's,
what?
that's so fucked
Ain't that
up.
some shit?
Like, you belong to us. So it's like that.
You
yeah.
are our property, not your projects.
Yeah, which is interesting because it's like if you're doing this outside of work on your own time, I get it. Like that's your game. Now maybe in their head it was like, oh well, you must be using our resources
software
to make your
and
game.
hardware, yeah.
You
That's
know?
the only angle I could think that they could legally come at that is if they're using assets from Amazon.
There's no way you could.
So let's find out. Rules, which Bloomberg reports has come into force immediately, was apparently shared in a company email from the head of Amazon Game Studios, Mike Frazzini. Excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. These policies were originally put in place over a decade ago when we had a lot less information and experience than we do today.
So
Back when
by
we were a little bit greedier.
back when the only people in the company didn't understand how to make video games and what it took. You know what I mean? Like, I
and
think,
back when nobody
Yeah.
was paying, none of the public was paying any kind of attention to him.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, we weren't in the public eye, so we didn't know we
Yeah.
could get in trouble for being assholes.
So these wait, did I just read that experience? Yeah. So these policies were originally put in place over a decade ago when we had a lot less information and experience than we do today, and as a result, the policies were written quite broadly. Frazzini said the update to Amazon guidelines comes only a month after they originally came to light. I'm going to fix that. Software engineer James Liu reportedly shared the policy in a tweet, which has since been deleted. The previous policies laid out rules that gave Amazon a royalty-free, worldwide, fully paid-up, perpetual transferable rights for any games created by staff.
Nice.
Any games. That
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, I find that crazy, but yeah, Solana, that is some shit.
Yeah.
What if you just like didn't tell Amazon about it? You
But I
know?
mean, they would know because your game comes out and you're making money off of it, and then somebody's just like
Yeah.
going through Steam or whatever, and they see your game, and they're like, "Bro,
Are they really gonna know though? Are
Like,
they
that
gonna
goes to
like click
us.
on some random Steam game and see like Red Fox Studios or whatever the fuck your little fake, developer name is, and
Fake
know that it's
developer.
you? You know?
maybe."
Yeah, like a pseudo.
I'm sure they had a guy that just looked for that stuff. Like
Some dude who just
some legal
combs the
guy.
fucking porn games on
Yeah.
Steam, like fucking.
you,
Why are they making porn games in their free time?
yo, Paranormal, it is trash. It's straight trash. And what's
Yeah.
up, Paranormal Games?
Yo.
And they said, and to follow up a little bit on, or to give more insight on Amazon's fucked upness of this, Amazon is no stranger to both management and the company's in-house game engine. In addition to the aforementioned struggles, Amazon Crucible, a free-to-play multiplayer third-person shooter that the studio closed in November 2020, and a Grand Tour game, which was taken down from storefronts in late June 2020.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how they do it. But wait, this is Amazon again?
Amazon,
yeah,
yeah.
so they
They
got
also
that New
destroyed
World.
everybody's fucking.
Apparently doing all right.
Yeah, it's apparently pretty good.
So yeah, and then the very last, despite these setbacks, if New World's popular open beta is anything to go by, the studio may finally have a truly successful title on its hands. Well, fuck them if they're not gonna stop being freaking.
I mean, it's
greedy,
Amazon.
Greedy bat. I bet that shit was in the fine print too, like when they signed on to work for Amazon.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I mean, Brent, what you got?
Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
As Star Citizen's development continues, the game's latest update has
Forgot about
resulted
that
in
game.
its first star system being completed.
Wow.
With the
good for
release
them.
of Alpha 3.14, the Stanton system has added headquarters in orbit around a giant gas planet Crusader. The luxury, blah, blah, blah. They added like a big floating cloud city, like Star Wars style, and they added a bunch of other stuff to the game. Like they made the ships easier to handle and stuff. So
How many planets are in the system?
I am not sure, but it sounds like a pretty big place. It
Yeah.
also sounds like they're working on a single-player mode called Squadron 42, which we've known about, but they're like, working on it more. So I don't know. Interesting to see what they do with that.
Remember when they were gonna make that game called like Dust or whatever, and it was gonna be like a first-person ground shoot, like a first-person shooter like game, like while people were up in space doing all that shit. Like you'd be down on the ground, like having actual like battles and stuff.
But Star Citizen has all of those other
Yeah, I was about to say
aspects.
they have like a bunch of like
Are you thinking of
PvP
Eve? You're
things.
thinking.
Oh, I'm thinking of Eve. That's what it was.
You're thinking
yeah,
of Eve
yeah,
Online.
okay.
Yeah, because it's primarily a starship fighting game.
Yeah.
And I think traveling. There's a lot of aspects, but you stayed in the ship, and then they just released another I forget what it's called, but it's like all like boots on the ground fighting and.
Mhm.
stuff
But see,
like
that was originally going to come out on PS3, I think Dust was, which is crazy to think about now.
Yeah, development for like a long,
Dust
long
514.
time,
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
PS3.
Yeah, it was they planned that so long ago. I remember just being like, that would never work.
It was
Like,
released.
no, I mean,
I thought you said it didn't.
no, it would never work for PS3. Like, and I don't think it did work. That was the problem. Is like it had a lot of issues, like because you're trying to have it connect with this PC only game, and like somehow, like I just don't understand. But anyways, Wesley LeBlanc at IGN says this is big news, guys. Whoever's listening at home, this is a big deal. A new report claims that a Grand Theft Auto remastered trilogy is on the way for multiple platforms, including the Nintendo Switch, and it's reportedly due out this fall. This news comes by way of Kotaku, which reports that it has learned from sources that Rockstar Games is remastering GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, and that each game...
Here we go again.
Yeah. And that each game will be remastered in Unreal Engine. They will feature a mix of new and old graphics, the report reads. According to the report, I bet the new graphics are Vice City and San Andreas, and old graphics are 3. But according to the report, Rockstar's Scottish branch, Rockstar Dundee, is leading the project and also working with the wider Rockstar company to develop the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S ports of GTA 5 scheduled for later this year. Rumors of such a remastered trilogy have been around for years, and they gained even more traction when Rockstar began using DMCA takedowns to remove fan remasters. One of Kotaku's sources told the publication that they saw footage of the remasters running, and that the graphics reminded them of a heavily modded version of a classic GTA game. The UI is being remastered for each game too, although the classic style and design of each will remain the same. According to Kotaku, these titles are hoping to stay true to the PS2 era GTA games as much as possible. Elsewhere in the report, Kotaku says these remasters were originally going to come packaged with the next-gen points when they realized they could make a shit ton of money, and the trilogy was converted into its own standalone package, set to be released earlier this year. Now it's due out this fall. So, is it going to be cross-platform? Can't wait for Devin to bully me on GTA.
I'm not that mean on that was Alana. I'm not that mean on GTA.
What's your problem, Devin?
So I'm thinking
Mhm.
like a Halo Combat Evolved type thing where you can switch between the two. Like the exact same.
You're always so positive about this stuff. Like, I don't see it. Like, I could not see them putting that extra bit of time into it, especially if they were going to give it away for free originally, and they were like, hold up, we can sell this as a package. I feel like they probably didn't put much into like features other than just because they said they want to keep it as close to the old school as possible. They probably just up-res the graphics and change the UI a little bit, and then they're just going to pop it out.
I'm thinking more than that.
Especially since it's 3 games. It's 3 games. They're going to do that for all 3.
It's 3 old games.
I think it'll be a
Yeah,
You
mix.
know what I
but
mean?
it's not an easy task to take a game and completely up-res it and obviously change out some of the changing the engine to Unreal Engine. Like, I don't think
That's the thing, though. If you're going to change the whole engine, why
Yeah.
wouldn't you? I don't know. I think it's going to be a little more impressive than you think. I really do. I'm thinking we can expect something like fucking Mafia or something like. Maybe not that good, but like I really think we should expect the best here?
Oh, I'm thinking I'm expecting the best graphics. I'm expecting really good graphics, but I'm not expecting them to do like where you press a button and it goes back to old school graphics. I mean, that'd be really fucking cool, but
Why would they say a mix of old and new? That wouldn't make any sense.
Maybe
Like,
just like
assets.
the new being the
Okay.
graphics and everything, and then the old being the sticking to like the old maps and everything. and,
layout of the map.
Yeah, it's just
the story, all that shit. I think it'll just be a prettied up version of all of them.
it would be really fucking cool if what Brent's saying was the reality. And I'm not saying it's not the reality, but I just personally don't think that
Jamal,
like
this one.
they're probably making or they're probably working on GTA 6 right now. So like this is just some little side thing where they're like, "Hey, let's make a little bit more cash," you know?
I read in one of these articles from fucking GameSpot, yeah, fucking that like I don't get them mixed up. The spot and the stop. But I read an article and they were talking about how it's supposed.
So
And Unreal, it's going to be in. Was that confirmed? The Unreal?
yeah, it's none of this is confirmed because it's somebody,
Ah.
a source talking to Kotaku who says he's coming. But
My
that's
thing is
basically
though,
confirmed.
you're not gonna look better than GTA 5 without changing the like fundamental
the code.
layout
yeah,
of the map.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird to see what they do.
No, you could. I mean, the graphical fidelity doesn't affect how big the map is.
No, I'm not talking about how big the map is. I just mean like the way it's like presented and laid
Yeah.
out. It's not realistic like the more recent GTA games. You know what I mean? Like even if you put a pretty coat of paint on it, the street like structure and alleyways and stuff will be kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody posted like a picture of like what they were saying like they think it's gonna look like, and it looks pretty fucking cool, honestly. Like the way that Tommy Vercetti, or however the fuck you say his name, looks like. He looks like Max Payne. You know, like I can see it being like
That'd be dope.
that, you know. So
Yeah.
and that's what they mean by better graphics than the other one. I think it's gonna have a more realistic style, maybe.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, like that's
No, I mean than GTA 5, like a more like a look version of what that would look like.
Yeah,
So
the graphics were pretty blocky on that.
it could be cool.
I think Vice City will be the fun one to do.
It'd
You
be the
know,
most different.
Yeah.
the
like,
colors are gonna pop
graphically.
on the new systems. You know what I mean? Like you got all those bright orange
The
sunsets
neons.
and the neon and the
Ray tracing with the neons, it would look so dope.
Oh yeah.
Now picture this though. They bring back San Andreas. This time there is Bigfoot. This time there is fucking the Chainsaw Massacre.
They just add
Like,
all the Easter eggs that
yes.
were like rumors back in the day.
Yes, the Loch Ness monster's actually there. You know, like all those things. Like if they brought that back and like didn't tell anybody that they put that stuff in there, can you imagine how fucking cool that would be?
That would be so cool.
That'd be
Oh
some
my
dope fan
gosh.
service.
I
And-
can't. It'd be
Um,
nice to have something on the Switch too, because like the only open world game on the Switch right now like that is fucking Saints Row.
It's horrible.
And it's just it's horrible on the Switch specifically. Like Saints Row 3 just does not work on the Switch. Like it looks awful.
Mhm.
Like and it plays really bad as well. I don't know.
And it's a lot older than you would think.
But you'd think a game that old would play a little fucking better on the Switch.
Yeah. What you got, Devin?
Poorly formatted. So, Splitgate, how a 30-person team is coping with this Portal meets Halo shooter's unexpected success. From 11,000 concurrent players to nearly 200,000. And this is in like the span of, I think, a couple weeks. So, Wesley LeBlanc over at IGN, 1047 Games expected to learn a lot about Splitgate and its development as it approached open beta last month, but there was no way to know how big or popular it would become until Splitgate was in people's hands. As it turned out, it was big. So big that Splitgate servers were completely overwhelmed. When Splitgate launched on PS4, Xbox One, and PC in mid-July, its servers could hold 65,000 players, a capacity that was reached in almost no time at all. 1047 Games was soon forced to increase its server capacity to 160,000, then 175,000. For a team with just 30 members, it was overwhelming, so much so that Splitgate's launch had to be delayed in order to better prepare for the expected influx of players, or unexpected. I think I can go on record and say that I think we're the only game in the history of gaming that's delayed a game the day before launch and have pretty much a 100% positive response to it. 1047 CEO and co-founder Ian Prohl tells IGN, I mean, genuinely, like we announced that in our game or in our community was so supportive. It's been so awesome to see. And I think that's the beauty of being a small independent studio. We are fans and our community has rallied behind that and behind us. They've stuck with us for two and a half years. And now that community has obviously grown.
Nice.
Well, it's hard to be
So-
mad at them when they're fucking letting you play their shit fucking for free. You know
Yeah,
what
so-
I mean?
yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, you're being pretty transparent with what you've got available at the moment. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
If y'all haven't played Splitgate, yeah, it's on console now. It was just on PC for like a year and a half or something, 2 years. Get that shit. It is like the articles or the title of the article said. It's Halo meets Portal. You can run around and you've got the two Portal abilities, and it's so similar to Halo. It's like it's almost uncanny in how you move around and jump, and then even kind of the armor a little bit. But it's a lot of fun. The beta has a bunch of maps and a bunch of game modes. It's basically the whole game. It seems like I wouldn't expect them to add much more many more maps on full release because they have so many right now.
yeah, I've been meaning to play it. I just haven't done so yet.
It's a lot of fun.
I've got it on my Steam account. I just haven't played it yet.
It's a lot of fun. I see a lot of possibility, and I see it growing a pretty big fan base. Or it already has. Like that's why it
Mm-hmm.
once it hit console, it blew up. And they've got a bunch of there's customization, roughly the same weapons as Halo, like the assault rifle. They've got the scout or the
They got a
battle
needler.
battle rifle. Well, no, it's the same as the
They got
US,
a plasma pistol. No, I'm just kidding.
the what are the USMC weapons.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
But
so
yeah,
the
lot of-
non-good weapon.
So the DMR?
no energy swords. There's a
You got the battle rifle.
there's a
They
battle
got
rifle,
a shotgun.
shoddy sniper, rocket launcher. All they have a BFB, big fucking bat, and it's like a melee weapon,
Oh, that's
blast
fine.
enemies.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That sounds
Cool.
fun.
Brent, what you got?
That's it, baby. That's all I
right.
got.
Well, then, Matt TM Kim at IGN says Idris Elba, or Idris Elba. How do you say his name? Is it
Idris?
Idris?
I'm not even going to try.
Idris Elba has apparently
Idris.
confirmed that he will voice Knuckles, the echidna, in the upcoming Sonic movie sequel. Elba posted a picture of Knuckles' iconic, Knuckles, on the actor's personal Instagram account, seemingly confirming that he has joined the cast. While we knew that Sonic's friends like Tails will take a more prominent role in the sequel, a leak from earlier this year also suggested Knuckles will join the cast as well. Elba has seemingly gone ahead and confirmed those rumors himself with his Instagram post, along with the caption, "Knock, knock." Then hashtags for Sonic Movie 2 and Knuckles. Elba also tweeted the same image. Okay, so
They missed a huge opportunity by not going with Samuel L. Jackson.
what's wrong with Idris Elba, dude?
Oh,
Well-
nothing's wrong with Idris Elba, but
I like him a lot as an actor,
I
but I
think he's
can't
great.
picture his voice.
he's
as
no
Knuckles.
Sam Jackson. But no, I'm just kidding.
Where are you getting the Sam Jackson as Knuckles
Would he
thing?
not be the perfect Knuckles?
I don't honestly know. Like, that's the thing is, like, I've played, like, out of everyone here, I've probably had the most time with Knuckles. All right,
Yeah.
like whenever it comes to his actual voice in a video game, like I played the shit out of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and Knuckles plays a prominent role.
You don't sound too British.
He doesn't sound like anybody. Like he's just a dude. He's just like, hey, we're going over here. You know, like it's not like he comes out and he's just like, yo, motherfucker, it's me, Knuckles. You know, like he's not gonna like. I don't know what Knuckles should be.
Well, you got to disregard your previous conception of Knuckles because I feel like we're gonna get a whole new Knuckles here.
Oh,
you know
dude,
what I mean?
we're going Knuckles
he's-
deep
he's-
with
You're
this
getting
one.
a Knuckles sandwich.
He's always
man.
like Knuckles is always just like has like the generic like tough guy voice, like just like kind of straight. Like,
Okay, hold up.
Like,
Now,
in the shows and stuff.
no,
like,
I know what you're saying, but all right, hear me out. All right, the show the movie starts. You know, halfway through, Knuckles makes his appearance. He comes walking out.
Hello, Sonic.
No. He's got like his dope ass voice. He's not British at all. He comes walking out.
Not even a little bit.
Not
British.
even a little bit. Like, take out every little bit of your idea of British. It's gone. Sorry, Jason. But it comes out. He's just an American Knuckles, and the song "Knuck If You Buck" starts playing, and he just beats
Oh
the
my
shit
God.
out of somebody.
Yes.
Like straight up. Like
Sonic is like getting into it in a bar, and like Knuckles walks over and just breaks a fucking bottle over somebody's head.
Knuck if you no like okay. Imagine though that song, and he's just beating the shit out of Jim Carrey. Like at the end.
Oh
like,
my God.
Like
yes.
you don't see him till that point, and like I think they have a lot of good material here that they can use.
Did y'all ever see the recent Sonic movie?
No, I didn't.
No,
Me neither. Yeah.
I
I've
refuse.
been-
After I saw that first that thing,
before they redid the
like,
CGI.
yeah, whenever
the
they-
creature. Like,
the first like trailer they put out, and like he looks like that, I was like,
Oh,
what
God.
the fuck is this?
the
Like,
whole fucking internet did that shit to the point that
Yeah.
they got bullied into redoing it.
well, see,
I don't have a problem with watching the movie. I just am too lazy. Like I just haven't found a convenient way to watch
Yeah,
it.
I don't
I
think
want
it's
them
been
to
on
put
any
out-
streaming.
I want them to put out the original version. Like if you buy the Blu-ray, like it comes with the original version as well. And
No, I
like,
think they want people to forget that.
and
shit.
they need to do the same thing with Sonic 2. They should have the alternate version where it's them, and then Knuckles like
Knuckles
and
comes in.
creepy like.
They just really play into it.
Yeah,
the
dude.
second one, he's just
Oh
like
God.
Yeah, he's just creepy.
he's like
as-
huge and buff,
buff
like
looking.
Idris.
Oh God.
If they don't do it, I don't want it. Anyways, Devin,
Okay,
I'm
so-
out of news.
Yeah, I got one more, and it's actually kind of a funny one. I had to mention. So Halo noobs have no fear.
Wow.
No, Halo Infinite bots won't teabag you.
Oh, I saw
in
the
Halo
videos of them
Infinite.
doing that though.
So Matt Kim and IGN, Halo might not have invented teabagging or the act of crouching over your virtual enemy after killing them, but it certainly popularized it. But according to 343 Industries, Halo Infinite's powerful bots won't gloat by teabagging you during the test flights.
Anymore. Right?
Anymore. Yeah, probably. Yeah, because it was confirmed that those were bots teabagging.
Yeah, yeah,
which is
for sure.
hilarious. I think they should
The,
have left
ha-
it.
the people behind Halo were like, "Oh, it must be a glitch or something," but like,
Deletes the code.
Well, it's not like if you're teaching AI and it's learning from experience by playing against other things, that's not a glitch. Your AI is
sa-
working. You
Ah,
know?
so it's just picking
was
up-
it a self-learning? or-
Yeah, it's
okay.
self-learning AI. I thought. Because like one of my friends who got into it said that like after a while, he said it took like a day or two, but after like a day, the bots started just teabagging every time they'd get a kill.
So-
Like they just run over and just start.
let's see if it says anything. So they go into a little more detail. So Eurogamer reached out to 343 to find out more about Halo Infinite's bots, which players faced when 343 hosted its first Halo Infinite test flight. These bots were skilled and tough and can kill players pretty easily, but they'd never brag about it. Liars.
Yeah.
So to start, no, the bots will not teabag players in Halo Infinite. In a longer response to Eurogamer 343 says it's because the bots are there to help players even while killing them. Bots are primarily what? Bots
with
are
these nuts.
get good, noob. Like, bots are primarily a part of Halo Infinite to help players learn and experiment with the multiplayer experience. We want players to feel comfortable making mistakes against
I
bots.
don't feel comfortable unless a bot's got his nuts in my face. actually.
Because making mistakes means you're improving and working on skills you haven't mastered yet. We never want to punish learning, especially not by having bots engage in behaviors that players could feel as
Saying this because like somebody complained that it was toxic or something.
These
but
little
this
kids better
definitely-
get fucking soft. Or better get hard, or stop being so soft.
I don't know if you should say that statement. We're gonna have to. The cops are gonna.
Whoa, no! Stop! These kids better stop. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Just cut that out.
yeah, we're live,
So-
Devin.
Yeah, I know. It's too late. God.
We're gonna get like a thing on YouTube, like it's just like you can't. But Devin's canceled.
So, yep, done. I'm already fading
Devin's
away.
like these kids need to get hard.
God, God damn it.
Trying to get the kids hard.
This is. I'm like. It's a good thing I'm sunburned. So, however, my face is. However, there were reports from the test flight that a bot teabagged a player after killing them. 343 says that this was bugged and actually trying to jump on the edge of a ramp.
That's
We
what
all-
they want you to think.
We all saw the clips. Fucking liars.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing every time I'm teabagging you guys. I'm just trying to get up a ramp. But I'm glitched.
You
Anyway, so
fucking noobs.
that's the news for this week. Next up, we got this week's releases, where I'm going to let you know which brand new games you can get in the next 7 days. Starting with Cosmos Quick Stop, coming to PC on August 17th. Couldn't find a price, but get ready to manage the galaxy's most chaotic gas station as Cosmos Quick Stop. The action simulation game has players manage and upgrade their stations, services, please alien customers, and complete daily chores through simple mini games that add up to a hilariously frantic experience.
Oh, that might actually be kind of cool.
I guess. Yeah, I could see it being all right. And then we got Greek, spelt Greak, Memories of Azure, coming to Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and PC on August 17th for $19.99. Greek Memories of Azure is a side-scrolling single-player action-adventure game where you will need to alternately control 3 siblings and use their unique abilities to escape from the Urlag invasion. Don't want to get caught up in that.
No, those Urlags don't fuck around.
No, dude. And then we got Tetris Effect Connected, coming to PSVR and Quest on August 18th. Couldn't find a price, but the ultimate incarnation of the award-winning puzzle game, Tetris Effect Connected, adds an all-new, robust, multi-innovative single-player modes that Tetris Effect is known for. And then we have Rims Racing, coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, Switch, and PC on August 19th for $39.99. Rims Racing is a motorbike racing sim based on a unique and innovative concept that makes bike mechanics a core element of the game experience. And then we have The Veil, Shadow of the Crown, coming to Xbox One and PC on August 19th. Couldn't find a price, but developed in collaboration with the Canadian National Institute for the Blind, or CNIB. The Veil, Shadow of the Crown is an all-audio action-adventure game. Instead of the visual cues you normally find to lead you through quests and battles, you must rely on your ears to guide you. That's pretty interesting, actually.
Okay.
That was cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very inclusionary.
Yeah.
Not so exclusionary as the teabagging bots.
Yeah, I like it. Less toxic. So Recompile is coming to PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC on August 19th. Couldn't find a price, but witness the birth of sentient AI in this sprawling, atmospheric, hacking action-adventure game, Recompile. Explore the ancient sprawling ruins of the mainframe and discover a range of traversal abilities to help you on your journey towards attaining true sapience. Oh, sapient AI. My bad. I don't know what that means. And then we have 12 minutes coming to Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, and PC on August 19th for $24.99 or on Game Pass. But 12 minutes is an interactive narrative that blends dreamlike suspense with claustrophobia and a fragmented structure of time.
Finally, something I'm actually looking forward to.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
They got too many big names on this one for it to be.
Oh yeah, this is the one with all
bad,
the
you know?
famous actors for the voice actors. Yeah,
No.
what's his name?
Got Willem Dafoe. I
Willem
think.
Dafoe. Yeah. Go spill your beans. That's
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
every
That's
time
like just like all he can do. He's like, impressive. That's all I think. Anyways, so we got Monster Train coming to Switch on August 19th for $24.99. Monster Train is a strategic roguelike deck-building game set on a train to hell. And then we have Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut coming to PS4 and PS5 on August 20th. We're getting a lot of these Director's Cuts over on PlayStation.
We need that director's cut on PC. I want to play Ghost of Tsushima on fucking my PC.
Yeah. And then we got Madden NFL 22 coming to PS5, Xbox Series S and X on August 20th for $59.99. Madden NFL 22 leverages the power of next-gen consoles to deliver the raw energy, emotion, and unpredictability of the NFL through brand new dynamic gameplay, which impacts gameplay across every mode. Okay, that's it. That's all the games coming out in the next 7 days. Unfortunately, there's not much. Nothing that really catches my attention other than the 12 minutes.
Yeah.
But even that's kind of like a smaller game. So it's kind of unfortunate, but it's all right. We're going to move on over to currently playing So I'm gonna go first today. I never go first on this, but I gotta go first because I finally played something
Ooh.
outside of Call of Duty. Obviously, I played Call of Duty. Played that.
What'd you play?
Got 2 dubs. So I played Doki Doki Literature Club.
Did you
Yeah.
finish it?
No. So
How far are you?
I can't say. That's the thing. Like I don't know how we're gonna
No,
talk
there's like
about
a-
this
yeah.
game because have you
like,
started it?
Well, no, it's in my library. But
Yeah, we
if
can.
that, if that counts for anything, but no, I haven't played.
Let's okay, Brent.
Has it gotten disturbing yet?
Yes, I've already been through one disturbing situation, and
Okay.
then like I had done all these saves to where I could go back and switch them or whatever, and then I saw like the weird typing or whatever, and I was like, I gotta click it. I'm not gonna click
Yeah, of
load,
course.
and I clicked it, and now all my saves are gone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck.
Well,
Uh,
it plays with you. Like you
Yeah.
gotta just keep going. Like
Okay.
because it's not. You don't have to. Let me just tell you this: you don't have to play through the whole fucking story again. Like it's not gonna make you.
No, I know. I've gotten past that part.
Okay.
I've already reached the part where I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. There's some differences. But so all right, check this out though. All right, for those who have never played Doki Doki Panic, or I don't know why I said Panic. That's a different game. Doki Doki Literature Club. There's something about this game.
It's kind of creepy.
It's creepy, but it's also like it's real. You know, like it makes you feel real emotion.
Yeah.
Right? Because it draws you in to these characters. First off, I don't really understand what's going on with these chicks and like why they all dig me. I must be a really hot anime character. All right? Because like you like walk in and like it's just like playing this happy music, you know, like at the school. Literally like every anime waifu in the game is just like, oh my god, I just love you. I just want you so bad. And I'm like, what is this game? No wonder people play this. It feels
I saw a Steam. I was reading through the Steam comments on it, and one of them was like, "Started this game horny, ended it depressed."
Pretty accurate.
And I was
yeah.
like, okay. I was like, I'm intrigued now. So
which waifu did you go with first, Brent?
The long-haired,
The-
blue hair girl.
Yeah, Yuri.
Yeah, Yuri.
Yes, I did too. I
I
was
went for Yuri
okay.
first. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, all right, it's
I
it's
got-
easy, bro. I got this. I
Yeah.
got this.
I
And then I'm like,
I
oh
play
my
this.
god, what the fuck is happening?
Dude, yeah, and dude, I might play it again at some point in the near future because there's more like endings. Like I know there's lots of different endings
Yeah, yeah.
depending on the choices you make. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. I want to play out.
See,
Dude,
I was
it's
streaming
free.
it. I was streaming it on to the Discord, like the screen, so like you know everybody on our Discord could watch and listen. So like the whole time they're trying to play like Naraka, Blade Point, and like Call of Duty, and in the background you just hear the deet, 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 deet. And I'm just like over here, just like clicking through the thing. Like they'd like pop over, and they're just like
What
fucking
the fuck?
disappointed in you. Like every 5 minutes, like just the biggest disappointment to the Discord channel. Like, but it was definitely interesting. It pulled me in, especially after some things happened, and I thought I made the right decision.
You got to keep going. You got to push all the way through until there's no pushing through it anymore.
I have
You
a
know
lot
what
of
I mean?
regrets. That's
Like
all I
you
gotta
gotta
say.
go. It's one of those where when you start pushing, you just gotta keep pushing until it just goes all the way out the other end. You know what I mean? Or
I
else,
don't
Sounds
know
like
if that's a good
Sounds
allegory or
like you're
metaphor
describing
for
how to
this.
take a shit.
I'm serious, bro. It's one of those. Like, there's no fucking restarts. There's no.
Oh
you
no,
have
I
to-
know. Yeah, there's no way to get back unless you want to just like uninstall the game,
But
right?
not even that. No, there is a way to get back. It's to push all the way through to the other end. You
Okay,
know what I mean? You
okay.
have to fight through the fire. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like it gets
I
so
still have
fucking crazy.
I still have no idea what.
You-
to
I
you
can't
expect,
wait for
so-
you to play it.
Yeah,
Evan. I'm
okay.
excited.
I swear I will play it this week.
Heard,
Like,
yeah.
I'm very intrigued now after, after
You'll
this
have it.
conversation.
You'll enjoy yourself. It's a weird.
All I know
weird
is that
game.
like there's
Pick
this
a different character. Pick. Well, never mind. You do
I'll
whatever.
do what I
you
want.
Do what you want.
yeah,
I'll pick
just
my
whoever you're
waifu.
naturally drawn to. But so like no matter what, there's this one chick, there's this one bitch that I don't trust, and I think there's a reason for that. But we'll see. We'll see. After you finish it, Devin, I
Tune
feel
in
like we
next
should
week.
have we'll put like a thing like that. We're gonna spoil the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That way we can
I
talk
cannot
about it.
wait to talk about it. I might
Yeah.
play through it again this week just so we can talk about it fresh.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will play it. I
Anyway,
will make
If
it.
you
I'll
can,
make
if
it
you
an
can set
absolute
aside
point.
like 4 or 5 hours, you can like complete the
Complete it.
whole thing.
Damn.
Like
I don't know. I'm 3 hours in right now.
you're-
3.5
you're
hours.
close to the end. Like
But I've only seen one through. You
no,
know?
I mean like you're close to the real end of your playthrough.
Oh, okay,
You
okay.
haven't really come to the end yet. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. Gotcha. All right. So
did
what you
play
been
anything
playing?
else?
no, just Call of Duty and that. Yeah.
Heard.
So being home for so fucking long,
Oh,
almost 2
nice.
weeks.
What do you got?
I played it a good bit, but at one point, like playing anything just kind of lost its like like
Oh, no.
enjoyment because it was
Oh,
just like
no.
a last resort. I was stuck in the house. But I got away from fucking Warzone. I was playing that kind of in the beginning because it was like towards the end of the season, yada yada. Yeah, fuck COD though. I'm not partaking in this next season. Like I'm
Why?
playing other shit. Because I'm just their
Don't you want to get hacked, bro?
lack of give a fuck has pushed me away. So yeah, you will not hear me talk about it next week.
But see, Devin's competitive. That's what it is. Like, you play the game for the competition.
Yeah, I'm a competitive FPS guy. Like
It makes sense. It makes sense.
And so it just really pisses me off when I, put 20 minutes into a whole match just to be freaking like wall sniped, like
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah,
shit like
that's
that,
never
and they're
fun.
not doing anything. And then also how they've been handling it too, because when the one hack that came out that fucked with their revenue, when that came out, that shit was fixed like that, like instantly. But they've been letting all this other shit go, just rampant. So, anyways, fuck the game. Splitgate is my shit now.
Right. Yeah.
I was playing a bunch of Splitgate. I really like it. Like I was talking about earlier, lots of maps.
I saw
the
your
game-
achievements on Steam. I knew you
Oh.
were playing Splitgate before anything because it popped up on my newsfeed. It was like Devin unlocked all these achievements, and it was like 50 different achievements for your Splitgate thing.
Yeah,
So-
I've been playing it a good bit, and the guys in mine and Jamal's little Discord group, some of them have been playing it too, and it's like they said, it's Halo with portals. It's a lot of fun. I would check it out. And then I played the Back for Blood beta.
I did
And
too.
The multiplayer was garbage. People drop out just like they used to. If they're not the zombies, they just leave, and that's fucking annoying. So I couldn't even get a full match of the multiplayer. I'm very optimistic about the campaign. We got to play in the Back for Blood beta. You got to play through a whole, they call it an act, an entire act 1. And the graphics are really good. You get absolutely covered in blood like while you're killing zombies and stuff. There's a lot of different weapon attachments and stuff. They're sticking to the four people per team.
It felt exactly like Left 4 Dead to me. Like,
Yeah,
no different.
It
at
took me
all.
back.
That's
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
watching you play it. That's what made me not want to play it. And I was like, it just looks like Left 4 Dead. Like I was expecting something a little bit different.
I
Like,
actually kind of enjoyed it. It was like
Yeah.
a throwback to me. Like it felt like I was playing Left 4 Dead, but with like modern graphics. You know, like
Modern graphics and then more customization with the weapons. And then they also introduced these cards that give you different abilities. And when you go through the acts, you unlock your whole deck of abilities and stuff. And they're not like huge, but they're little things.
some
like
of them help a lot, like the
stamina.
reload speed thing.
Yeah,
helped me a
reload
lot.
speed, stamina, max ammo, all that jazz.
did you find
And,
a witch though?
No, I didn't.
I only had these fucking things that were spitting like webs all over me, and
Yeah.
I'd be like,
You get stuck in the yeah, the enemies, like the special enemies are pretty similar to what we dealt with in Left 4 Dead.
I really wanted a
I
witch.
can't really. There wasn't the one that like the tongue that grabs you anymore.
No, I think
There's
he
one-
was like web guy.
Yeah,
That
the
was
web
kinda
guy,
the
and he's also
replacement
kind of
for
like the
that.
hunter too.
Yeah, and then there's
Um,
big dudes, and then there's like long boy big dudes that are like bigger than the big dudes.
They are
that
called long boys.
Yeah,
They're literally called long
Are
boys.
they really?
Yeah, they're literally called long boys, and they have the giant right arm.
yeah.
like the
Those things
old-
will fuck
What
you
were
up.
those called? Chargers.
Those
And,
things scare the shit out of you when you're like in a narrow hallway or something, and one of those comes around the fucking corner. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then what's different about one key thing that's different about the campaign of Back for Blood than Left 4 Dead is that there's going to be like big boss fights. We got to see a piece of one kind of. I don't know if you'd consider it a boss fight because it
Where
wasn't
you're
that
fighting
hard.
the dude in the tunnel.
The big, it's like a giant troll, like 2
Yeah.
stories tall, and it's just this huge freaking culmination of a bunch of zombies into like one big monster.
Yeah, I want more of that. That was actually my favorite part of the whole beta, I think.
Yeah, and looking in, watching the reveal trailer and stuff, there's going to be even bigger bosses and stuff.
Good.
So I'm really excited to see what they do with that aspect of it.
I like the level design. I think some of the set pieces were pretty fun. Like I like when you're like the breaking apart highway and like the ship that you get on and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
think they're all pretty cool little environments.
I could do with more hordes. There was a couple parts where there was a lot of hordes,
The
but
part with all the
there's
damn
some-
birds were really
Yeah.
fucking annoying.
it was it was fun.
It was
I pissed
fun.
off
It was
all
fun,
the
but like the birds were just like you couldn't get around those motherfuckers. Like,
yeah,
I
and-
did notice it looked like there was a lot less zombies on screen than there was on Left 4 Dead. Like
In
at
certain
any
parts,
given time.
I think they're gonna amp up the difficulty because after you did the beta, they're like, all right, we'll take the survey, and then one of the questions on the survey was like, how do you feel about the difficulty, and do you feel like it's balanced? And so I feel like they're gonna probably adjust the balancing with
Yeah.
the feedback they've gotten.
And
Yeah.
one thing to that was like there was parts where it was very scarce as far as like the crowds and the hordes and everything. Like it seemed a little lackluster. But it was also Act 1, and depending on how many acts they do, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, when you get like halfway through the game, maybe you're just having just crowds of zombies
Yeah,
rush
you're
you and
right.
stuff.
Maybe it'll.
So I'm staying optimistic. The function of the game was fantastic. If you're a fan of Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood is going to be right up your alley. If you're a fan of the multiplayer, that's yet to be seen. The beta did not showcase it very well. at
I
all.
had no problems with the multiplayer at all. I'm like,
Oh,
I
well, my
played the
experience
whole
was not good
beta.
with it.
You're
and
talking about the PvP
Yeah.
or the
PV sorry, yeah, the whole game's fucking multiplayer. But yeah, the PvP.
The
has-
PvP
yeah.
I didn't even
specifically.
try the PvP at all.
That's
I'm,
what-
talking,
sorry,
I'm
yeah.
specifically
PvP.
talking
See,
about
I
like
never-
matchmaking, like just in general.
I never
like,
played the PvP on the old school Left 4 Dead. Like that
I
was
didn't.
never a
It's
thing
not really
I
my
cared about.
thing,
I
yeah.
didn't
But
either.
like everybody in our Discord is like, that's the only reason to play Left 4 Dead. I'm like,
No,
what?
I was on-
never
Nah,
played like,
that's
but they're all
fucking-
PC
that's
gamers, like from back in the day. Like that's all they have ever played, and they're like, nah, it's all about the PvP.
Nah.
And so they were like, this game sucks because the PvP sucks, and they were all in it. And I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like I didn't even know that was a
I
thing on
literally
the old
didn't
Left 4
know-
Dead.
I could care less.
Me
about
either.
the
That's what I'm
PvP.
saying.
I played
yeah.
the Left 4 Dead games like so much, and I didn't play the PvP
Me
a
too.
single bit.
The-
Like,
it was the co-op that
yeah,
was
me
fun.
and my
Like,
brothers. Yeah, me and my brothers hop on, and we just have hours and hours, just like COD zombies and shit. You know.
yeah, same.
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
I-
that's
that
it
was
just
the
blew my mind.
precursor to COD Zombies for me. Honestly, like before I played COD Zombies,
It was Left 4
it
Dead.
was, I was playing Left 4 Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Just blew my mind. I had to bring it up because I was like, am I alone? Like, am I the only
I was-
person that was like, I didn't play PvP?
And I was
Like-
like, guys, the campaign's good. They're like, no, shut up.
They're like, no,
I
it
was
sucks. Like
sorry.
they were actually like, this game sucks because the PvP is like not as good as Left
That's
4 Dead.
crazy.
So,
it
but
does not
If you're
suck.
coming at it for co-op campaign like Left 4 Dead or like us did, fantastic. I have high hopes for it, and it should deliver.
Left
I-
4 Dead is back for blood. That's all we gotta say. No.
That should be their fucking slogan if it's not.
Well, I don't think they
I
can
don't think they can
legally
legally-
say
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
yeah, because it's yeah. What I wonder what did happen with them leaving Valve?
They went to go make that horrible Evolve game.
Oh,
Yeah,
welp.
Bad call.
but Evolve could have
Uh,
been cool if they would have done it right, but they just
Oh,
didn't do it right.
So, anyways,
Anyways.
Back 4 Blood. The beta's over, so you can't check it out. I'm sorry. I played that Ascent game that came to
Oh,
Game Pass.
on Game Pass, yeah. I've been
It's like a
meaning to play that.
cyberpunk
Diablo.
Diablo shooter game.
That's on my list of things to do.
Well, if you get it, let me know. I'll give it another go. Playing it solo.
You weren't feeling it?
Well, not solo.
Imagine playing Diablo solo.
I
Like
Okay.
it just wouldn't be fun.
I never played Diablo.
I mean, I'll
so-
fuck with Diablo.
It's solo?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I cannot. Like, I have to have somebody with me. It's like playing Gauntlet by yourself. Like,
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah,
I'll
I
do
understand
that.
that.
Too, you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm weird.
yeah,
I
like
mean, obviously
it's
those
just too
games are better,
surface. It's too
you know,
surface level.
with friends. But
Yeah, like I feel like it's one of those games that it's only deep if you have people playing with you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's
we'll have to
really
see. I mean, when I subscribe to Game Pass, when Psychonauts 2 comes out, I'm gonna get Game Pass again and play all the things I want to play on Game Pass, like Psychonauts 2, Yakuza
Forza
Like a
5.
Dragon.
Forza Horizon 5.
When's that coming out?
Later this year.
Okay, well, I'm talking about
think-
immediately
Oh,
later
yeah.
this month.
So
I'm
yeah,
not-
I'm about to say Psychonauts
I
is
got
coming
a
up quick.
list of things that's already on Game Pass, and I'm gonna play them.
It's a
Yeah.
really good looking game. It's a really pretty game. Like all the scenery and stuff that's
Mhm.
always happening in the background and stuff. It looks really good. I played it for probably 2 or 3 hours and was just I was playing by myself and I was like, eh. And then there's also some on PC right now. There's some optimization issues with it. I think like DLSS and stuff doesn't work for it or last that I saw. And then a couple other things like I tried like tweaking the graphics and stuff in my when explosions go off, my computer was bogging down bad. I don't know if that's an optimization issue with the game or if my graphics card is just not capable.
It's probably because you're trying to play in 4K, bro.
Well, but I turned it down, and usually if I'm having issues like that, like whenever there's not explosions going on, everything plays perfectly. The bullets fly across the screen just fine. It's only when explosions happen, and I tried tweaking some stuff, and I still couldn't get it to go smoothly when explosions happen. And when you fight a boss, I fought one boss, and he shot a lot of rockets, and it was just like, it was almost like I had to play around that fact because the game would like almost freeze up on me whenever he would shoot the rockets.
I wonder if the Steam version of it runs any better, because I know Fallout 76 has issues on the Game Pass version, but then the Steam
It's
version's
completely
fine.
unplayable.
Yeah, I don't know. Some Game Pass games are weird on PC.
So I played Ascent and then Forza Horizon 4 because I saw that video of Forza
5.
Horizon 5 and I just got super excited. And I
That
was
shit
like,
looks crispy, dude.
oh
5
man,
does look so
oh,
crispy.
the graphics look so like it. If at a glance it's like, oh, that's a real car and like a real scenery. And it's like, wait a minute, no, that's a fucking video game. Like, it is.
I don't know if I've reached that level yet. Like I don't know.
Well, watch it. What'd you watch it on though? Like if you watch
I watch it on my phone. That's probably why.
Yeah,
But like,
watch on like a 4K or a 2K screen on YouTube specifically, and that set it at the highest resolution. And at a glance, it looks real. Like
Really?
the
Dude,
graphics
that
are
Unreal
so nice.
5 demo they did like a while back, like the tech demo
With
where
the
like
chick
the
running
rocks
through
are
the
rolling
rocks
down
and
the
stuff.
yeah, that shit looks real at a glance. Like that's really impressive to me. A lot of
The
those Unreal
textures are
5 demos I've seen have been
insane,
really
man.
impressive.
that wasn't even photo whatever they did with fucking
What are they called? They
Forza.
had,
It's
like
like
a-
photo geometry or something.
Photogrammetry,
Yeah, grammetry. Like,
Something. And then a bunch of VR, but various.
Like
VR.
what?
Like a little
You
bit
can't
of.
just say that.
Well, the normal stuff
The
that I've
normal
talked
stuff,
about
like
before.
Pavlov.
yeah, Blade and
Actually, I'm
Sorcery,
doing
Pav.
Pavlov, Blade and
Contractor.
Sorcery, a little bit of VR chat
Right.
with my brothers. So yeah, that's it. What about? Sorry, that was. It's been 2
No,
weeks, and
you
I was.
got a lot of
I was
stuff.
home
That's
for a
I
while.
love that. I got a lot of shit too. Let's see. So okay, weird experience this week. I was on YouTube and I saw this YouTube video and it was like, "Will it VR? Dying Light," and I was like, "Oh shit," you know. So I watched this YouTube video and apparently Dying Light, very similar to Alien Isolation, was originally being made with a native VR mode included in the game. And all you have to do to activate it is to go into the folder file and like go into the code of the, or not the code, but like the file of the game and type
Yeah.
in a text file and then type in enable VR or
And
enable
it, like,
Oculus.
it adds the
and
options. yeah.
it doesn't add the option, it just boots up in Oculus after that. Like you put Oculus headset on, you boot the game up and it just boots up in the headset. But it's unfinished. So like the cutscenes are like, so like when you're on a menu, it's like super jittery. Even if you're barely moving, it's like really shaky. And like the cutscenes for some reason like freeze you in place, and then like it's nauseating. But like the actual gameplay is really, really fun. Like it's
Is it like free look around?
yeah,
and
so
stuff?
it's free look around. It plays like Resident Evil VR. Like you have a controller
Oh,
and you
okay.
play it like a normal, like you'd play Dying Light, but like you can look around in VR.
I don't know about that one in VR, man.
Dude.
Because all the parkour shit, like you're constantly
So
like
that's not
jumping
the
around
problem
and
for me
climbing.
because I play like a lot of high motion VR games, but the problem for me is the cutscenes. So like every time like a cinematic in the game happens, it locks you in place in the game. So you can turn your head or whatever, but
Did you
everything.
play it or is this from the?
Yeah, I played it. I
okay,
bought it for like
badass.
$5, and I fucking
Nice,
activated it, and like it's somehow the best and the worst VR experience I've ever had in my life. First of all, the graphics are incredible. Like the way the sunlight comes through the window in the hotel and stuff, like everything is like beautiful. Like it's incredible how good of a job they did on the like just graphical part of everything. You know what I mean? It's like the frame rate runs really well. The only issue at all is like the freaking weird shaky menus and like it's enough to make you sick. Like it really is. But it's so good, dude. You got to play it in little doses, but it's like incredible.
I
Like
might have to check it out. I have they tried a Dying Light battle royale for like a couple months, like a month or two.
really?
That was free on Steam that I downloaded, but I don't know, or maybe I do have the game on Steam. I'll have to check, but I definitely want
It's
to. I want
weird
to experience
that
that.
the game had a built-in like a VR thing when that game came out in like 2010. Like,
I think they were going to push VR a lot harder back then because like the
what was
Alien
even out back then?
Well, they were going to make Alien Isolation and a bunch of other random games. Like it was something about that
When
engine.
did
It was
Dying
supposed
Light
to be
come out?
like
Was it 2010?
compatible with VR
It's
to like
2012, I think.
where developers could easily make games and then just like easily transition it into VR. It was going to be like a thing that a lot of developers were planning on doing, and then like halfway through development on a lot of games.
Oh,
it was-
2015?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that recent. Well, I guess that's not recent
it's a
anymore,
good-looking
but-
game, but like
Oh yeah, it was
ah.
fun too. I played the shit out of it.
yeah, dude, it's such man, it's so good in VR, dude.
Yeah,
But it's also so bad in
Wow.
VR. Like you have to be ready for it to be horrible.
just
but
close your eyes during the cutscene.
seriously, like what I would do is like every time like a cutscene or something would start, I would just watch it on the social
Monitor.
screen, and then like when the gameplay started back up. You know, that's the
Gotcha.
only way to do it, or you'll make yourself sick for real.
I'll definitely have to check that out.
But super cool graphically. Let's see.
Kyle Crane. It's like the cheesiest name for a character.
So I played that. I played this game called Stride VR, which just came to Oculus Quest 2 on the store. It's been on PC for a while.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so I have mixed feelings about Stride because it's basically Mirror's Edge in VR, and I like that. You know, it's got like parkour mechanics. You can run on walls. You can like bounce, like Kong jump off of shit. You can fucking like run, but you have to like do your arms like this to run faster, and you climb up stuff, and you grappling hook. All the mechanics are great, and you have this little gun, so you're like slow-mo jumping through the air, swinging on a grappling hook, shooting people. Like, it's really dope in VR. But
You
the
just
problem
reminded-
is,
You just reminded me of another game that I played
Ooh.
in VR.
you gotta tell me.
Yeah,
But the
so-
problem is that there's no fucking point to any of it. Like, there's no story. There's
no objective or
levels.
goal or-
There's no goal. It's like, okay, there's 3 modes.
Is it like an open city or is it a path?
That's the problem. It's like there's one mode where it's like kind of an open city, and you go to like little things. It's like find the briefcase, and you like go to a rooftop and find a briefcase, and then it's like kill the enemy, and you go to a rooftop and kill the enemy. But there's no real like
End goal.
substance to it. It just is like you never-endingly going from rooftop to rooftop until one of the enemies kills you. And then there's like time attack mode where you have to like get to a certain point as fast as you can, which is
Okay.
probably the most involved mode in the game.
Objective.
Yeah. But like if this game had a fleshed out like story to go with it, it would be the best VR game I've ever played. Like the mechanics are so fucking good. Like
Like super intuitive and.
oh,
yeah.
dude, it's amazing. Like, it really feels like you're just doing some Matrix shit, like running on the wall, shooting people. But it's like, and the graphics are incredible. Like,
Really?
for a native Quest 2 game, it looks like PC quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just got no substance, you know? And that's the problem. And not, like, as far as the gameplay goes. Like, the gameplay mechanics are really cool. I just wish there was something to it. Like, if this got an update and it was like, you know, single player story mode added, it would be like a hit, I promise. But like they just don't have enough, you know?
Gotcha.
So kind of a bummer for me, but also I'm probably still gonna play it because it's like just that fun. It's like blade and sorcery. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah,
you can still have fun with it just because it's made so well.
Yeah, it's
you
more
know?
dependent on you and in your like how
Exactly.
you play and
how
what
much
you do
fun
with it.
you can have with it.
Yeah, no, I understand. So the game that all the running around and climbing and everything, I downloaded the what is it called? The ape tag or something.
Oh, is it fun?
It's really hard, and I felt like an idiot standing in my living room, swinging my arms, trying to like run around, and there was a bunch of weird kids in the lobby that were screaming their heads off and shit, and like I didn't even play a game. I was just trying to get the mechanics down, and I couldn't do a damn thing. These kids were running circles around me. And like when I got in there, I was like, oh, I am monk. Like, and like I had a lot of fun with it, but I could not even almost keep up with these kids. I was like, yeah,
Dude, I've been meaning
I'm not
to
gonna
try
even
that
try
one.
It's free. It's completely free. Really low res graphics, but the concept of it is fun, just for like some mindless fun.
Dude, sometimes I feel like you can get away with low res graphics in VR as long as the gameplay is good and the
Yeah, is that
resolution is solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like the textures are solid, but it's just like it's almost like N64 graphics, but in a higher resolution.
Exactly. Like
if
if it's sharp and like the textures look like
it's
muddy,
not fuzzy
it's
or
not
nothing.
a big deal. You
Yeah,
know
it's
what
not
I mean?
fuzzy. It's just like blocky.
Yeah.
But for free in what it is, it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out at some point. But
You're-
then I've also been giving my Switch a lot of love this week because I've just been sitting there and was like, you know what, my Switch needs a little bit of love. So I picked up Pokemon Snap, and I realized because I was like, I'm gonna check out the DLC, and then I realized I hadn't even like really beat the game yet. So I played through like 3 or 4 more levels that I didn't even realize I hadn't unlocked yet, like in the original Pokemon Snap game. And then I played the 3 DLC levels they just added. So it's like there's like a massive freaking amount of content in Pokemon Snap. Like they did a really good job with that game. Like I know we probably will never get another Pokemon Snap game, but like I'm really glad we got this one because it's just so fucking good. Like and oh man, I just can't say enough good things about it. But I've been playing that like nonstop. It's like my favorite game when I'm just trying to relax after like a hard day of work. Nothing like just puts me in a zen mood more than like snapping 100 pictures of a Rattata. You know what I mean? Like fucking, I love it.
Why Rattata?
Because you got to get the 2-star picture. You got a 3-star, a 1-star, and a 4-star picture, and all you need is that 2-star picture to complete your Pokédex picture decks for Rattata. And you got to get that picture, so you're throwing fucking apples at his head, and
I'm
you're
impressed you're able to say that without stuttering. I would
I'm telling you, bro, it's the game. So I've been playing that, and
That's dope.
then I went ahead and got that fucking Skyward Sword remake, which I shouldn't have done, but I did it anyway. And it's fucking amazing. I always loved Skyward Sword, but like it looks so damn good on the Switch. Like it's actually maybe the best looking game I've ever seen on the Switch, just because it's native 60 frames per second on the handheld and on the fucking like docked. And it just is beautiful. Like it looks really, really good. And like it plays way better than it did on Switch. The motion controls on Wii. The Switch motion more responsive than the
The Wii.
the Wii, and it's got that extra thumbstick, which makes a huge difference as far as like the camera control,
Mm-hmm.
And it plays good in handheld mode, like with the stick. Like I was worried that wouldn't feel right, but it's fine. If you want to play it in handheld mode, if you only have like a Switch Lite or something, it's still a really enjoyable experience. I don't know. I really love that game, so I'm probably biased, but like it's like incredible seeing how good they made it look. I mean, like just with the upscaled, like, because that's the thing on the Wii, you don't really realize how low resolution it was. It was like 480p or something.
Oh, trust me, I realized.
It's like
I had it, and I realized.
Well, I enjoyed it so much back then, and like I didn't think about it, but like when you really like look at it now I don't know, it's just dramatically better. Like
Yeah, it was definitely like 480.
yeah,
back
I mean
then.
like it really was like
You used AV cables, and then
yeah.
to get. There was like a HD AV cable that brought it up to like 500p or something. Like it was like
For you youngins out there that don't know
Yeah.
about AV,
You can see like the expressions on everybody's face and stuff a lot better now, and like just the hair in the wind and the 60 frames per second. I can't state it enough. Like there's not enough Switch games that have 60 FPS, and I get why. But like, damn, it's so nice. It's so silky smooth. I'm just spoiled by like my PC with the 60 frames per second. So like, usually I go back to console and I'm just like, the whole time. But this time I'm like really enjoying myself. So,
Nice.
anyways, that's all I've been playing.
Sweet. Well, that's all we've been playing this week. Moving on from currently playing to the topic of this week's show. This is a weird topic, but it's one that needs to be talked about. It's video games that need just one change. As in, they could be great, but there's this one thing that if they just fixed it or changed it, it could be a world of difference.
Yeah.
So we're going to jump into that. I got 5 of them. Who wants to go first?
Don't matter to me.
Fuck it. I'll go first. Okay.
Actually, I've got 6 of them. I'm tripping.
All right. Well, then you go first. then.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Number 1, Half-Life Alyx. This is a really simple one.
Okay.
More guns. Lots
Okay.
of guns. Matrix style, white room full of guns.
Yeah.
There's only 4 guns in the whole game, I think.
or like or different variations of like.
There's the shotgun, there's the pistol, there's the assault rifle thing you get at the end, and
SMG.
there's an SMG.
Right.
Is there even an SMG?
I think so.
I don't know.
Look, who needs guns when you've got physics?
Look,
No,
the thing is, it needs more guns.
No,
That's the
I
only
agree.
thing that could have taken Half-Life Alyx to the next level is just like a dickload of
a rocket
guns.
launcher.
Yes.
Or like something cool like that.
Yes.
But yeah.
A chainsaw. A bunch of other
Ooh.
stuff.
A chainsaw is a
Crowbar.
cool
Well,
gun.
well,
No,
that's kind of why they did Boneworks though.
yeah, but
Because
he's
they have
saying
all that.
it should be
oh,
in
yeah,
that
in,
game.
in
Yeah.
Half-Life, yeah.
Okay, so mine is Slime Rancher. The game needs multiplayer. All right,
Oh,
like
okay.
if you added multiplayer to Slime Rancher, it would be on. I honestly think that game would be on Animal Crossing level of popular.
You know they got Slime Rancher 2 coming.
I know, but they
Is it
haven't
gonna have
mentioned anything
multiplayer?
about multiplayer
No.
yet. Like Slime Rancher is the ultimate. Like I'm about to just chill out and have a good fucking time. Like except for the only difference between like the feeling that you get from like Animal Crossing or this game is that there's actually like a threat at some parts, but it's not that crazy. You know, the whole game you're just going around and you're grabbing these slimes, and there's like different species of slimes and stuff, and you suck them up in your vacuum and you take them and you put them, like you can build structures based on these little like diamonds that you get or like little rocks, and then you can build like pins to put them in, and then build like bigger structures, and then you can breed them and make different kinds, and then they make different kinds of like materials and stuff.
Oh,
It's
that
just
sounds fun.
it's so fun, and it's a first person shooter technically, and you can upgrade your gun to hold more and do all this stuff, and it's just fun, and like it really needs multiplayer. It's one of those games where like I wish me and my girlfriend could just play it together, like but you can't, like it's just blocked off, so I don't play it.
Okay, that's a good one. That's
Yeah.
a good one. What do you got, Devin?
Well, my stink kind of the whole show, fucking Warzone, anti-cheat.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Anti-cheat.
Yeah,
That's-
the anti-cheat, and it's the #1 battle royale of all time.
Yep.
It absolutely could not be beat. You know, like that's the thing. Even with the cheating, it's still like the number one.
Yeah.
Like, so imagine if they just got rid of or like just put in anti-cheat. Like, how hard could it fucking be? That's my question. Is like, if Apex Legends has it, they have nowhere near as much money, as Activision Blizzard.
They're just too busy living their frat boy lives.
Yeah, they're just too busy just sexually assaulting their employees that they can't just make an anti-cheat for the game. But whatever. Or buy an anti-cheat for the game.
Yep.
Dude, fucking Back for Blood had anti-cheat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Splitgate has anti-cheat.
It's a 30-man team.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Anyways, Brent.
All right, so my next one is inspired by how much fun I had with Hitman 3 VR. I think it would be cool to just have a first-person mode, like non-VR, in Hitman 3. You know what I mean? Like, why not? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that would be really cool, and it would be super immersive. Like, I don't know, something about playing through the fucking like eyes.
The eyes of a killer.
It's special, you know? And I think the game itself plays differently fundamentally a little bit, you know? When you can't see, like, over his shoulder. I don't know.
No,
Something
yeah,
about
that's
having
the-
a restricted, like, field of view that makes the feeling
It's
more
more immersive,
realistic. Like,
yeah.
somebody could be creeping up behind you, you know? I don't know.
If you're not paying attention, checking all the angles
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
I like that one. Mine is very similar to yours. Hollow Knight. I wish it was third person, like a
Like-
third person adventure,
Like
like
a Dark Souls kind of thing?
similar, but like more like imagine like Psychonauts, like walking around in that type of world, but like the same map and everything. Like make it the same game, like you're still going underground and doing all that shit, but make it a little bit wider and make it third person. Like it's you know, and it's
That would
just
be crazy, actually.
Yeah.
I could dig that.
and give it like you know, it would be like Dark Souls in the way that like you have to fight these creatures specific ways, just like you do in Hollow Knight, you know, but just make it a 3D game. Like
I could get behind that. Yeah, that would be cool.
like if they did Hollow Knight 2, like the Silk Song or whatever that they're coming out, if they were just like fuck it, we're just going 3D with it, like oh man, that'd be so cool. Anyways, Devin.
So, kind of along with Brent's, I want, well, sort of. I want a VR option for Forza Horizon.
Why is there no? Oh, because it's Xbox.
That would be so freaking sick, dude.
That would, man. I mean, my
feel like
PC
it's
probably
gonna
couldn't
happen.
run it, but
Yeah,
you
my
know,
PC
I'd
would
at
melt
least,
from running it
could
all
look
day.
forward to the future.
Somebody's gonna make it happen with Forza 5 on PC or Forza 4. Somebody's gonna. There's got to be somebody that's like working on a VR like
and in
mod or something.
and in local news, local gamer burns his house down.
Yeah.
trying to run Forza Horizon 5 in VR.
Yeah, I bet.
It would be a huge like it for like a you'd have to have a pack that would be amazing. There's only a couple like half decent racing games for VR, right?
Yeah. There's like Project Cars. There's
Yeah.
Dirt.
Which
Um,
I haven't had any experience with them, so I'm not going to talk bad or good of them. But I know
They're both
Forza's
decent for what
amazing.
they are. You know, Project Cars is graphically better, but I feel like Dirt is like just a solid feeling game. You
Gran
know what I mean?
Turismo. Didn't they do a VR thing?
Yeah, but it was for PSVR and
Oh,
it was
yeah.
really limited.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Brent.
Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna skip one of mine and come back to it just if I end up having the same as one of y'all. So I'm gonna go on to my Forza Horizon one. I have a Forza Horizon like Tony Hawk Underground. So like you pull up to like the parking lot somewhere and
Yeah.
you like walk down an alley. You know, you get out of your car, you walk down an alley, you find some kind of secret car that's like hidden behind a fucking building somewhere, and you wouldn't have been able to get there if you hadn't have got out of your car and explored a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you
I
want
feel like they've
Grand
got
Theft
these-
Auto?
No, no, because you're not stealing cars or doing anything crazy. You're just getting out and exploring a
As
little
soon
bit.
as you get out of
You
your
got
car,
these
somebody just
beautifully rendered fucking worlds of Forza Horizon, and
that you
it's like
can't
that
explore.
you can't really get up in close and personal with. You know what I mean? I mean, you
True.
can, but like
You
I
can,
want
yeah,
to.
you can and you can.
I want
I
to
see where
get
you're
out
coming
on top of Mount Rushmore and like stand there for a second. You know, I know that sounds stupid, but like I think that would just be super fun feature to
from.
add.
Especially
you
in
know?
the high fidelity graphics that I
Yeah.
have.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, that's a good one. The only problem, I think, the reason they wouldn't do that is because then they have to render the characters' graphics, and it would look really
Animation,
bad.
that'd
like,
be a big undertaking.
compared to the cars. Like, cars are very easy to make look real compared to a human.
Look,
You
Well,
know,
they
so like
still-
you'd have this like guy just like chilling in this real
I
world.
get
Well,
why
you
they
still-
don't do it. I'm
you
just
still
saying.
have a character that's like you see your guy
Yeah,
sitting
yeah.
next to the car and stuff.
I'm just
so-
saying it would be sick.
It would
yeah,
be sick, yeah.
absolutely.
But it'd be funny, like as well. It'd be like in Driver 2, like the way that the character moves, like when it gets out of the car. But,
It would be just like Driver 2.
Yeah.
That would actually, that's like a great example.
where you
Except
couldn't
for
shoot anybody, but you couldn't run people over either. Like Driver 2 was like GTA with bumpers, like
GTA in safe mode.
yeah, basically. All right, my next one is, and this one's a personal thing. I'm, you guys might not agree, but I think I would actually enjoy Skyrim if it had co-op. Like,
Yep.
So that's my one change.
There's a mod that's online.
But like officially
online.
supported.
Yeah.
Well, the mod I read about the mod, and apparently they couldn't make it work because they had to. They would have had to completely restructure the game, like the way that the NPCs interact with the character and all that stuff. Like it's all set to work with just one
Yeah, I
character.
didn't
I'm
think about
like
that.
80% sure that there's a working mod
Well-
called Skyrim Together that you can play Skyrim together.
Really?
Wouldn't they have to? Wouldn't they have to have some kind of server support too for like the
I think it's
The
like
lobby?
hosted by
your like on your hardware?
yeah.
But
I
yeah,
think
I
so.
was-
I don't know. I mean,
that was going to be one of
this
my.
is what somebody
mentions.
that I work with has told me, so I'm not
Okay.
100% confident about this.
But yeah, I heard about the mod, but that was going to be one of my like honorable mentions was co-op for Skyrim. That would be so badass to be able to experience it with a friend.
It really would
or
be.
or three. You know,
yeah.
Now, don't go overboard with it, and I don't want like multiplayer or nothing. But yeah, the co-op would be sick.
Yeah, so the Skyrim Together mod, it says official subreddit that tracks the progress of the Skyrim mod, Skyrim Together. So it hasn't been completed yet. It says a
Oh,
mod.
so they're working on it right now.
Yeah, and they had. I'm telling you, I read that it didn't like they had to stop working on it. It says the last post on here was from 156 days ago. It says a mod.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, a mod that will allow multiplayer gameplay to be added, not one that is already up.
Well,
So-
we're
Hint.
definitely not the first people who have thought of this.
No,
Yeah.
no, but it is the one change that if it happened,
Would be
I could
phenomenal.
beat Skyrim. I could play it all the way through and enjoy it. But I feel like it's kind of like I don't know why I just can't get into it. And I think one of the major factors is I feel it's just it's such a big world that like it's like everything I'm doing doesn't really matter, like to anybody but myself. And like I'd much rather have somebody there with me, like kind of like in Fable, like whenever you could have like a companion or whatever. Like I thought that was awesome. So like that would be cool to do it in Skyrim.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
For sure.
What?
What?
Oh no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
So, no, which this next update might be this, but No Man's Sky, I want like a planet every now and then that's civilized or like
Yeah.
like it
I
happened-
really think that's what we're gonna get.
I think we're gonna get some form. It's not gonna be like a full-on city. I think it'll be like little settlements and stuff.
Yeah, well, I think maybe and this is just again wishful stages of development. Like, so you have like primitive planets with like teepees and fires, and then like
That would be fucking sick.
planets that are more advanced with like I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
would do if I was them.
Because to like empty and everything, like No
Yeah.
Man's Sky, if like it's gotten a lot better, granted, and you can there's a good multiplayer support now, and you can buddy up, you can like get with friends and stuff. But if there's more planets that had more just like activity, creatures living there and stuff, and actually more intelligent than just a roaming random ball of goo. There's so many weird plants and animal on there. But to see to come across a little city or something, I think would really take it to the next step and would be badass. And maybe even do something like because that'd be really hard to do in their mechanic of randomly generated. That'd be a huge undertaking, I think. Maybe if they were to even maybe downsize it a little bit, instead of having their whole expansive randomly generated universe, maybe do like a system. Or a system or two, or a cluster of systems that has like these planets and stuff, and you can have maybe a number, like a lobby or something, of like so many players or just something. I don't.
Or just look to Minecraft and make different seeds or whatever, where like you basically just
randomly generate like the appearance of the species on each planet and the way the architecture of the
structures,
buildings and stuff are, and still have like a
Unique.
centralized map that's like the same basically with like things you do on it, but it's like everybody's map is a little different based on AI or not
Yeah.
AI, but however they do that.
Yeah.
Generation, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, it's AI. It's like
Procedural
random, or
generation.
procedurally
Yeah.
generated. Yeah. I think it'd be dope.
Yeah.
I want to see some more like just because it like at times it's just like, fuck, I've been traveling the galaxy. And
I
not
agree. I mean,
seeing
that's my
shit.
problem with that game. Really, is like I just want more like action or something.
Yep.
Brent, what you got?
Okay. So my next one is gonna be Population 1. I want like some sort of vehicle, like scooters or jetpacks. And I know there's not really much of a need for it because the map isn't too big.
Yeah.
But like, imagine like a scooter that's just a little bit faster than you walking. You know what I mean? Just for fun, or like a jetpack that
Fucking scooter.
runs out of gas really fast, so you could just like blast yourself high up in the air and then fly wherever you want to go. You know?
But you can
Okay.
only use it once.
I just want a better VR. VR.
VR, BR.
A VR. BR.
First of all,
He's like,
Population 1
"It's
is about as good as
amazing."
it
Shit
gets.
weapon handling. I don't like the
You-
weapon mechanics.
I'm sorry, but it's all about your own hand on the gun,
No, it's
pointing
not.
the gun.
It's more than that.
I don't know about all that, bro.
Nope. It's
You
more
can't
than that. 'cause
blame
every other,
the weapon
every other VR
handling on fucking in VR,
Yeah, I
dude,
can.
because you're
It is
holding the gun
so-
with your hand.
It's so
shooting.
unintuitive. Well, you're not. It's no. It's attached to your hand.
I get hella
first of
kills,
all.
dog. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you
Well,
about that.
You VR nerds.
But hey, if you want a fucking different battle royale game, you should try Standout Battle Royale.
I have not heard of that.
You should try it.
Okay, I'll look it up.
It's pretty good.
Fuck population. No,
yeah. So what? Oh yeah. So a vehicle.
Oh, also, I think it would be cool if you didn't want to do that. If you added swimming, I think would also be a cool option.
Okay.
Because they
Yeah.
don't have any kind of swimming mechanics or anything. But
okay.
That sucks. Who plays games without swimming?
There's not
dude?
even any water in the current map.
They just put a random pool in the middle of the
Yeah,
map that you
exactly.
can swim across.
put a lake in there or something.
Oh.
It gives like harpoon guns
You
or
ever
something.
drowned in VR?
Or put a sailboat in a lake. There you go.
oh,
be
there
fun.
you go. Sailboats.
Because you can shoot on a sailboat. The wind's blowing.
Oh,
it.
a pirate ships, dude, with cannons.
How about we just change the
Just
game,
make a-
dude?
That's
Like a
what I'm
whole new
saying.
game.
That was my whole point.
And Sea of Thieves would be kind of fun in VR. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah,
that would
but-
work well in VR.
That'd be awesome in VR.
Okay,
What you
so
got,
my next
Jimmy?
one is Apex Legends. It needs quads. Why is it only trios? All right, so like that's the main reason, and like this is probably just a personal issue because I have 4 people that I play with constantly. Like if I could have 4 people in Apex Legends, I'd probably play it like consistently, but I don't want to play with 3 people. It sucks. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else have that problem? No, you guys don't care.
I haven't
Definitely
played Apex
not.
in a long time.
The only thing I've wanted from Apex is like solo mode because I like to play solo.
Or solo, like
They
anything
did it.
other than trios.
I thought they did do a different number at one point.
they did like a
way
duo
back.
thing
Yeah,
for a
duos,
while.
but
Yeah, way back.
the
in
game's
early
only
stages.
trios now.
Yeah.
It needs quads. But anyways,
I just got one other. I want ESO to be crossplay.
oh yeah, that would
didn't
be
know
cool
it
because then
wasn't.
I'd play.
Yeah.
Well, and if they went cross, I don't know. I think it's because like server greediness and whatnot between the platforms, but specifically PlayStation, from what I've read.
Yeah.
But yeah, if ESO were to go cross-plat and have like the ability to transfer your account to play on PlayStation or PC, like me, I put hundreds of hours into my PlayStation account of ESO, and now that I have a PC and never play my PlayStation, I've been wanting to play ESO so bad, but I just don't want to go back to or have to go back to my PlayStation. But there's no way to transfer the accounts or anything, and I think that would take them like as an MMORPG. If they were to do that, that would be a huge move on their part as far as gaining popularity and bringing more people in. Because if you can play with your friend on PC while you're stuck on console or vice versa, like that would open up a lot of possibility, and people would do a lot more with it.
Yeah, definitely. I could see your frustration there too, because when I was deep into Fallout 76, like I had like all this cool armor and shit on Xbox, and then I got the PC, and I went to play it on PC, and it was just so disheartening starting from the ground up, because
Yes,
you
that-
put so much time into grinding out all that fucking loot and shit, and it's just
Yeah, I mean there was
hurts.
in ESO, in ESO you can get there's a whole bunch of different systems, but there's cosmetics that you can put over your armor, so regardless of what you're wearing, and there you have to collect it piece by piece. And so I put hours and hours into collecting this one armor set. I don't want to do that fucking shit again.
Yeah, no, fuck
like,
that.
and then, all the other stuff, you can have whole ass houses and properties in there too that you can deck out with items that you've collected from your travels and everything. And I don't want to recollect all that either. Like it's a lot of time, lot of time spent that I'm not going to do again on PC. Like I've tried to start again, and I'm just like, nope. Like, and I shut it off. I turn
All right. So my last one is blasphemy, straight up. But I don't give a fuck. I think Dark Souls needs a mini map. I think so, and I don't give a damn. I think there
why
should
a
be
mini map?
so you can see where the fuck you're going.
Yeah.
So you can mark points of interest.
So you mean a map, not a mini map?
A map and a mini map. I want a big map and a little map in the corner of my screen.
No, Brent, you got to suffer. That's
Yeah,
the whole.
get
That's the whole point of the
good,
game.
bro.
No, I get that it's
Get
the whole point,
good.
but fucking Jedi Fallen Order had a mini map and it was great.
But get good.
No.
Just kidding. No, you're like I refuse
No,
to
I
get
will.
good.
I will get good and have a mini map. Damn it! I want to know where I'm going.
I think the map is the least of the problems.
Exactly.
Like whenever
exactly.
it
It
comes
wouldn't
to
make the game any easier. It would just, a little bit, but it
make
wouldn't
it a
be
lot
like
easier,
it
but-
wouldn't be like easier because you're better at like fighting the enemies. It would just be easier because you know where the fuck you're at. You know what I mean?
But that's part of the game is to get lost and hate yourself and
And
then
explore and get your ass kicked, and then have to
Yeah.
try to
No,
make it
yeah,
back to that
yeah,
same point.
No. We can do
Yeah.
without all that. We can still have a fun Dark Souls experience.
It's
and
not meant to be
have
fun,
a fucking
Brent.
mini map.
That's-
yeah, what are you
that's your
playing
problem.
for fun?
That's your
dude?
problem. Yeah.
You playing for fun, bro? Go play fucking Super Mario Bros. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Just become that guy because you play it like one time.
I'm serious though. Fucking fuck all that bullshit. Like if
No,
Jedi
no.
Fallen Order can do it, then fucking Dark Souls.
But Jedi Fallen Order was meant to be a more friendly version of
Yeah,
that.
not
It
as-
was meant to be
you
like
put Jedi Fallen Order on the hardest difficulty and see how friendly
the
it
fact that
is.
you just said put it on hard difficulty. That shows you that it's not meant to be
It
like
is meant to be a
Dark
fucking
Souls.
Souls-like.
it's
without
a Souls
question.
like.
It is unequivocally a fucking
You're
rip-off.
still wrong. It's not Dark Souls though. Dark Souls is meant to be as fucking hard as possible. That game was meant to be like, hey, we're gonna take some stuff from Dark Souls and then give it to people.
My
that
point
might
is,
not
it
want
still
that.
works. It's still a great experience. It's still just as hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you can tell where you are. You're still fucking fucked 99% of the time.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
okay,
Not like Dark Souls.
Not like Dark Souls though.
Yes, like Dark Souls.
No, you're still.
No,
Yes,
maybe
like Dark Souls.
Not no, but I mean,
Jedi
like,
Fallen
not
Order
to
is
the-
just as hard as Dark Souls,
No,
if
it's
not harder.
not.
Yes, it is.
You have not beat Dark Souls. You
yes,
can't say that.
I have not beat Dark Souls, but I beat Sekiro, which is just as fucking hard as Dark Souls. I can tell you that without question.
Okay,
Like,
beat Dark
the-
Souls, then say that.
go beat Sekiro and then say that. Fuck that.
I'm
Fuck
I'm
Dark
telling you,
Souls.
dude.
Dark Souls ain't shit, dog, compared to Sekiro. I'm dead ass.
Okay,
Fucking
hold up. Well, let's look up what's the hardest one. All right, let's just
go
see.
beat Sekiro and then lecture me about hard games, dog.
But can you beat Dark Souls?
Yes, I can definitely beat Dark Souls.
Why haven't you?
Because I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I want to see what people think.
It's gonna be divided among the community, I'm sure.
Can't we all just get along?
No,
guys?
absolutely not.
No, we can't.
This is what Dark Souls
Dark
does.
Souls is hard because it's fucking shitty, janky mechanics. Sekiro is hard because it's a fucking hard game. You can't blame like invaders and fucking not being sold up and fucking. You just have hard ass fucking impossible bosses on Sekiro. Like you can't fucking roll your way to fucking victory in Sekiro. You got to be good at fucking parrying and shit. You got to be good at countering and shit. You gotta
Yeah,
have
it's-
your
it's the-
posture fucking unbroken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
so
have
it's like
no-
the same thing, just different mechanics. It's like the same idea, but different mechanics. Because you can't just
Some might
roll your
say-
way out of everything in Dark Souls either. Like, I wish it was that simple, but it's not, especially depending on the class that you build. Like, some classes are meant to take hits. Some you're not going to be able to fucking dodge,
In
really.
Sekiro, you just gotta adapt to the fucking Sekiro. There is no
Yeah, yeah.
classes. There's no building. You just gotta deal with what you got.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not, one's not easier than the other, but
Yeah.
one is a specific thing when the other's something completely different. It's like one is meant to be like, hey, we're putting RPG class systems into the hard game. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole
There's
different
not even
thing.
like a difficulty selection in Dark Souls.
No,
right?
no, there's not.
It's just suffer.
Yeah, basically. But anyways, that's besides the point. I get what you're saying. I just don't think it would work because people would stop playing Dark Souls because people are that toxic about
People
it.
would not stop playing Dark Souls.
Dude, you
People would complain
Parker, we're
about
talking
it.
to you.
yeah,
If
we
you're listening
have
to
people
this.
on our Discord that would probably like take you to task about that.
Screaming right
We
now.
Like,
apparently also have people
these
on
guys
the
are on
Discord
game-
who fucking thought Back for Blood was shit. Which
But these
is
are PC.
obviously
These
not
are
true.
PC guys that are get good guys. They're literally on New Game Plus like 4 or whatever on Dark Souls right now.
We have one
Like-
guy in the Discord that only plays Dark Souls.
That's it. That's it. That's
Well,
all.
it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But
I'm just saying, like, if Dark Souls 4 came out tomorrow and there was a mini map, you would bitch about it a little,
I wouldn't.
but you
I don't
wouldn't
care.
fucking not play the game, dude. You know what I'm
just,
saying?
I'm just saying this. So if somebody who does play Dark
The
Souls like
hardcore
Parker,
fans would be mad.
they know that
They
I'm
would be
just-
mad, but
Yes.
would they not fucking play it? Like,
I think
they would fucking
I
play
think they only
And they
play
would
it
like
because
it.
they
God
like
damn
the
it.
idea of being better than everybody. It's in their head. It's like I don't need a mini map. They're like, I play this game because I'm fucking better than everybody.
I
That's
explored every nook and cranny.
it
without
figured this
yeah.
out. Yeah, like it's weird, dude. It's a weird like mental disorder, like that comes with playing Dark Souls. Like I never got it, thankfully. I played it and I was like, okay, I don't want to play New Game Plus for a while. Like I'll go back into that later, maybe. But like,
I didn't even get that far.
yeah, like I kept trying to get Devin to play. It's one of my favorite games. It was awesome. It was a really cool experience. But I don't think it's like for everybody. I don't think it's one of those things where it's just like, hey, dude, everybody should play this. You know, it's just like it's made to just be an asshole to you. But anyways,
But it's fair. Like it's hard, but it's not like the Dark Souls games aren't fair.
I mean,
Like,
there
at
there's
times,
definitely parts that are very unfair. There's parts that, like, if somebody wasn't there in the Discord being like, hey, make sure you do this, I would have never done it. Like, the game would have
And
just, like,
further
made me
down-
skip over 3 or 4 bosses that I would have never got to see or fight or anything because I didn't know that if I didn't pick up this little item and put it over here, it never gives you a clue about it or anything.
yeah, but that's not
Right.
like a broken gameplay thing. That's like you didn't find that thing, so this thing didn't
But
trigger.
you don't go looking for it. It doesn't tell you to look for it. It doesn't tell you you need it. It doesn't say you may have the item, but it doesn't tell you anything about it other than like, oh, you have this item. But it turns out you got to take it to this guy all the way over here before you fight this boss. Because if you don't do it before then, it becomes a useless item and you can never use it. And then you won't get to fight this boss or do this or whatever.
I mean, it's like doing a Call of Duty Zombies Easter egg. That doesn't mean Call of Duty Zombies is unfair.
No,
you
no,
know what
but
I'm saying?
that's
Like,
not-
that's not a
saying it's
story,
no,
though.
it's
You're
a-
not playing a 60-hour campaign that once it's gone, it's gone. That you have to completely restart from the beginning if you want to see
you
that
can
boss.
still play through that game. I mean, just
Well-
because there's optional mini bosses that you can miss.
They're not mini bosses. These
They're
are
not
the
mini
actual
bosses, but full bosses. I know it's just like that in fucking all From Software
Yeah,
games.
but that's what
Like,
I'm saying is like
The figure it the
But that
fuck out.
doesn't mean like
Well,
know
the
it's
figure the
unfair. Like again, it's just because
there's
you know,
then there's also
thing you
like
missed.
a wall. There's literally walls that are fog and that you go up to them and they are meant to be walked into to open them. So like you're sitting here like and you can walk into this wall for like a good 30 seconds before the wall finally opens up. So like if you don't know that, then you just never go there. You're just like, oh, I'm blocked off until a certain point. And it's like, it's just stupid stuff like that. Now, if they give you a mini map, then you know where things are. That's like what they don't want you to know. They want you to just not know anything.
Yeah, what Jamal
they
is
don't
saying
have to
is,
mark things on the mini map until you've already been there.
well,
you know
but
what
also
I mean?
not
Like,
knowing the passages and stuff. I think what Jamal's saying is the fact of the whole figure it the fuck out factor is what adds to the difficulty even more. Of
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I care.
Oh, okay,
Like I
okay,
said, the
yeah.
game would still be hard as fuck with a mini map.
It still would be hard.
It wouldn't make it any easier. It wouldn't like you if you had a mini map
Okay.
that didn't show shit until you walked into that area, it wouldn't matter. None of it would matter except you know where you've been and like where you need to go.
Yes.
You know, and not even where you need to go. It would just show where you've been. You know, like if
Yeah.
it didn't highlight shit until you walked into there for the first time, like lots of games do.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You wouldn't be any wiser. I don't know.
I think we've reached an impasse.
Yeah, I think we have reached an impasse. But the fire links kind of work that way anyways, though, the fast travel. It's like once you find a fire link.
That's another problem. Like it's already a fast travel system. There's already like a fucking like network of places you can go. Like, why not just show me on a fucking top-down view? Like, we don't, I don't know.
Yeah, because then they'd be being nice, and they don't want to do that for some reason. It's stupid. Like, I agree with you. I just, it would be nice to have a mini
It's
map.
poorly made is what it is. I don't know. It's I don't know.
Yeah.
I disagree entirely with their decision to do that.
I agree. Okay, so my final one is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Remove the weapon durability mechanic.
Oh my god. Honestly, that's the only thing keeping me from liking that game. Like,
Yeah.
that's the reason I can't fuck with it. Like, I hate it so much.
It's one of those things where, like, whenever I got into it, like, I just got over it, and you get used to it because you end up finding weapons that are powerful enough that the durability doesn't really matter, and then you can use it again. But, like, if they didn't have that, it'd be even better if they didn't have that weapon durability. But I think, honestly, Brent, if you gave it, like, a good 10 hours, you wouldn't even care anymore.
I'm sure one day I'll go back to it. You
Yeah.
know, it just really put me off. And, like, my thing is, like, I can deal with it a little bit, because Skyward Sword, your shield will break if you don't, like, if you
Use it too much.
But, like, you can upgrade your shield at the shop and,
Yeah.
like, make it stronger. You have potions you can buy that repair your shield. There's ways around it. You know what I mean? And it's only the shield, and the shield breaks slowly. It's like, I'm okay with it if it's, like, a minor inconvenience. Like Fallout 3 did it right. You know what I mean? Like, your weapons break over time, and you have to repair them. But it's like, it's not like every 5 seconds your favorite sword is breaking to the point where you're, like, hoarding weapons for the perfect time and then never actually using them because you're afraid you're going to break your cool sword and then need it later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It got to the point where that was, like, my whole gameplay experience was just me trying to collect cool weapons because I knew they would break in, like, 3 hits. So it's like,
Yeah. It just reaches a point to where you just realize that they're all gonna fucking break. So, like, if you're going into, like, a fireplace, you'll just grab, like, ice type weapons and stuff like that. Like, you start buying or, like, going and grabbing weapons for the area you're going to.
Preparing for the
And then, like, you just get so used to it at a point that, like, you forget that it's even a problem, especially once you're higher up, like, level with, like, health and everything. That doesn't really matter. But, like I said, if it wasn't there, the game would be perfect. It'd be a 10 out of 10. I think it's a 9 out of 10 just because of the weapon durability.
Sounds like more of an inconvenience than a contributing factor.
Yes, exactly. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea. I wish I was in the room whenever they were like, "This is a good idea." I'd be like, "No, it's not. Y'all are dumb." Like,
my question is, does the game eventually begin to feel more like a Zelda game? Because, like,
no, I mean, there's no.
The only part that felt like a fucking Zelda game to me.
Yeah,
you know
and there's
I mean?
a lot of those. I did every single shrine in the game. So, like, you can go and search for those. That part's very Zelda-y. The story is very Zelda. Like, like every time you meet, like, a new race of people and stuff, it's always a throwback to some other game. There's certain areas that are actually from Ocarina of Time and stuff like that, or, like, there's, like, a cool island, like, halfway through the game, like, you get out there and you're like, oh shit, there's an island gone and stuff, and you have to survive on the island and, like, using, like, you have to grab stuff and make things to then do, like, a shrine there and, like, all this. So it's so cool. Like, there's so many cool things, really. Like, I think I talked about it before, but there was, like, one quest where this girl was like, I need this ritual, trident that my father had, but it flew into it fell off the side of the bridge. And, like, so in my head, I'm like, okay, it would be in an obvious spot, but no, you have to, like, go into the river, like, that's rushing, and, like, you can swim in, but you have to, like, build up, like, an ice block and then use your magnetism to search under the water and then, like, pull the trident out or whatever. Like, and it's in a very specific spot, and, like, you use physics to get it out. It's not like just like a linear, like, oh, there it is, press A. It's like you have to try and get it out and get it onto the land, then go pick it up and take it back to her. It's very cool.
I do like the abilities you get, like the time stop and the all that. I thought that was cool, but I just hope that, like, they don't completely abandon traditional Zelda format, because, like, I there's something magical about, like, going to each dungeon and doing the I don't know. It's like,
I don't think they will abandon it. I think they did it for this one.
That's what I'm hoping. Like, I don't mind it being like a one-off thing, but like, I don't want the Zelda formula to just completely change. Like, I know that
No.
this was super successful, and I know they're doing Breath of the Wild 2, but like, I hope that Breath of the Wild 2 implies that like this, is gonna just be a Breath of the Wild thing. Like, I hope we eventually get like a real Zelda game. Like, I know it's a real Zelda. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Though, like.
Yeah,
I've
I'm telling
seen
you.
people do some crazy shit with those powers.
Oh,
like
yeah,
all the
it's cool.
stopping
And see,
then
that's like, I
Just
keep
add some
saying a real-
dungeons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, and that's the only thing missing. And I think in 2 they'll add dungeons, or at least bigger shrines
That'd
that
be
are
cool.
less like small, or instead of like 100 little ones, they make like 50 big ones.
That would be cool.
But like what you need to do is play it, because there's certain parts that are just like, it's something that I've never experienced in video games before. Like, it's like, or at least since I was a kid, it's like the magic of walking over something that you just never expected to be there. Like you like just traveling in one direction, and like you're hearing all this stuff from these people, and you've seen this mountain like 100 times, and you're like, I don't really care. But you finally get enough armor that lets you go into the cold area without it freezing you to death or whatever, and you like climb up there, and then just like a fucking dragon is chilling there, and like it just comes flying out, and like you have to use like it honestly, it could just go away, or like you could never fuck with it. You don't have to. You can beat that game from the moment you start it. You can go straight to fight Ganon if you wanted to. But you're going to be so low level that you'll get your ass beat, but people do it. But anyway, so like you find this dragon, and like you have to like fly up in the air and like, take it out with like bows and stuff. It's so cool. So fucking cool. So many different things. But anyways, yeah, if y'all ever get the chance, play some.
I'll probably give
Breath
it.
of the Wild.
I shouldn't have sold it. I was just so frustrated with my weapons breaking that I just sold that shit.
Hey,
But
got
I
it.
regret
You
it
can borrow
because
mine.
it's like I really want to play it. I think maybe when I'm done with Skyward Sword, because I'm in like a hardcore Zelda mood lately.
Oh yeah, and there's throwbacks to Skyward Sword and everything in that game. So
And I know there's going to be throwbacks with the Breath of the Wild 2, because the little teaser showed the fucking Sky Cloud City or whatever. It's like, oh
Mhm.
shit.
yeah, it's gonna be dope. Anyways, that's it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
I'm out.
that's
I'm
what I
out.
got.
All right, so that's it for this week's topic of the show. If you guys want to let us know a game that you think just needs one change, let us know in the chat, or just let us know in a comment on the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast, where we're going to pick our people's champ, actually. Brent, who is the people's champ this week?
Man, we have some serious champs this week. It's hard to pick. Let's see. Man, this is a tough one. But I think I'm going to have to give it to Brian Doyle today. He says, why do they call it oven when you when you off in the cold food of out heat? Wait, what?
Yeah,
You
let me
can't even-
give it a read.
You
I had
chose
to
him
give
as
it
a
because it
champion.
was so ridiculous. This is why.
Can't
Why
even-
do they call it oven? When you of in the cold food, of out hot eat the food. And
Yes.
the answer is, I really don't fucking know.
my brain,
So the moral is it should be of outs, right?
What? I don't think it's
Cool.
meant to mean anything. I think, right? I thought it was just like it's like whenever people post like memes where they're like, why is it that this happens when this happens? I feel like it's just like somebody was just trolling on that really hard, and like was just like, so why like
Look, man,
it's supposed to be profound.
it is profound.
It is profound though.
It's
it probably
very
means something
profound.
deeply profound.
It's so profound that it beat out all these great real questions. And Brian is our champion this week. Thank you, Brian.
Thanks for being such a champ, dude.
Great question. Great question.
All right, now we're gonna move on to listener questions.
To the not so people's champ questions.
All right,
We got Brian Moctezuma here. He says, "What?"
and anybody of a race other than white,
Yeah.
apparently.
especially Muslims.
Yeah, over at Activision Blizzard, cheating is just a part of everyday life. You know what I'm saying? So, why did you? Thank you for writing in, Brian.
Blame the Chinese overlords, Brian.
And them,
Yeah.
them too.
Okay, we got Heather here. She
Hello.
says, if you could use one gaming controller on another system, which would you use on which?
Oh,
Man, the PS5 controller's pretty nice.
Ooh, bro.
It's pretty comfortable. I like it a lot. And I've grown accustomed to the side-by-side thumbsticks after being on PlayStation for so long. So I definitely, I wish it wasn't so difficult to use on other things. Like,
It's tough. This is a tough one because controller, but it's not modern enough. Like you can't use it for anything. Maybe if they added a left
L3,
L1,
R3.
yeah.
Made the C stick a little smoother.
Yeah, made the C stick. Well, no, actually, I don't even mind the C stick. You know, it's whatever. But like, I could get used to that. It's mainly just it's missing buttons, but it's so ergonomical. Like the feeling of holding a GameCube controller was very nice.
Just
Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's like the perfect controller for getting carpal tunnel. You know, but like no, but not really though. Like it fit my hand perfectly. Also, if you had like the Wavebird or whatever, which was like the wireless one. That one was dope as fuck.
Really.
I think for me, I would want like just an Xbox One controller on my Switch. Like I know they have like kind of look-alike controllers for Switch,
Yeah.
but none of them feel like an
Exact-
Xbox
yeah.
controller. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Series X controller is my favorite though. Like at this point, it's
Man,
just so smooth.
I haven't
feeling.
had enough hands-on time with a Series X controller. I've thought
It's
about
very
getting one to
nice.
play my Steam games with,
You
but
should.
I would highly recommend it. Like, cause I don't know
is
how
it
you're.
compatible with everything? Is it
Yeah.
just okay? Cool.
Yeah, well, it's compatible with Windows, and so I mean, it should. Yeah, it works with Windows, and then anything that you play through it, if it's got controller support, you can play it.
I want to
Okay,
get
cool.
an Elite controller, an Xbox Elite one
Oh,
with the
those are
paddles on the back,
sick.
so I can
Yeah.
fucking
I like
paddle.
the D-pad on those. How you can like change it out with like
Yeah.
other cool custom D-pads.
So you can look good while you're getting killed by hackers.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for the
Thank
question.
you for the question, Heather. We're moving on to Kyle over here. Kyle McAvoy.
What, Kyle?
He says,
Kyle?
"You think Elon's Starlink internet is capable of good gaming / streaming? Why?"
please,
Please-
Apparently.
please write all answers in MLA format.
Oh shit.
All right, damn it. I thought I
No.
was done with this after college.
Yeah, like
I have a
yeah,
big
Devin probably has the info on this.
I have a big opinion on this because I did watch a lot of videos on it. A couple different showcases. They're doing
Tell us
because
about
they've got beta testers out right now.
What is it? Can you just explain bare bones?
Starlink. Okay, for those of you who don't know Starlink, it is Elon's internet company that is run. It's a satellite internet provider. It achieves this through the use of newer, lower orbit satellites that are actually sometimes they're visible when the sun's going down, and it's like the suns are
Like to the naked eye?
yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, people saw them floating across the sky, and they're like, "What the fuck?" It's like a line of satellites that are. At times, it'll be a whole bunch
That
of
are
them,
linked.
and they're floating in unison in a straight line. It looks really weird. I haven't seen it in person yet, but you can only see it at dusk and dawn. But they're low orbit satellites, and they achieve. This guy was in BFE, Kentucky, somewhere way out in the sticks. Had no internet provider out there. Like there's no utility running out to where he was living, and the original setup it's just like an initial setup that you buy. It comes with a satellite that is self adjusts. It's also self heating to get the snow off of it if you have it up on your roof, so you don't have to go and clear it yourself. And you use an app to find it on your phone. You set it up on your roof. Use an app to find the best direction to initially point it in, and then from there it'll follow the satellites when they're passing over wherever you're at.
So what are we looking at for like internet speeds?
So I was getting to that. It comes with its own router and everything,
Uh-huh.
and a bunch of cable to run it, from a roof, access and everything. And the router, it all looks future as fuck. By the
Mhm.
way, all looks really good. I mean, it's freaking, it's Elon Musk. He's big on appearances as well. He did a test, and it was getting 120 up and 120 down.
Yeah, it's really fast,
Which is in-
surprisingly.
How
Which
much
is
does
insane.
it cost? That's the
So the initial startup cost is either $400 or $600 for the satellite.
The setup, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
the whole setup.
And monthly fees
It's all included,
are-
and it's $100 a month after that.
Which is not
that's
bad.
not bad.
I
For
pay like
fast-
75 right now for nowhere near as
I was
good
about to say
of
that's
internet.
a lot faster than my internet for.
And for people that are
Similar
out,
price.
this is designed to bring internet to
To
the
the
world,
world, yeah.
essentially, in
Yeah.
all these desolate locations that would never see the infrastructure for internet.
I mean, there's even a
Um,
lot of like surrounding Huntsville area that just doesn't have good
Oh, yeah.
internet.
Yeah,
you know?
you get
This
out
would be
deep in the-
perfect for them.
you get
know?
deep in the
And satellite internet as it is just sucks ass. Like,
Well,
there's-
yeah.
It's
you know,
terrible.
it's
And
really
then-
bad.
And then if you have like just one, like for instance, my parents lived out in the sticks in Bernie, which is north of San Antonio. They were paying an astronomical like $150 or something
Oh, yeah.
for less than 3 megabit internet.
Yeah, and it
because
was
it was
satellite, right?
No, it was. It was.
Because that's another
it
thing
was,
about
like,
current
integrated-
satellite
it was, like,
internet.
integrated
It's real
satellite.
expensive, dude.
It's really expensive and it's bad. The fact that they were achieving 100, it was like 115 or 120 up and down, is insane for satellite internet.
Now,
But
is that something you can expect like anywhere you are? I guess.
Yeah,
Like-
that's
Yes.
that's his whole point. Is that
Yeah.
like you can be in Africa, like
well, you
a
you'd
pol-
think some places might have like better service than other places, like a
well,
cell
no,
phone.
it's
town,
constantly
you know what I mean? Like,
orbiting. So like that's the weird thing is like what's
do they
gonna
have
happen?
more than one shooting different signals, or
they're-
yeah, it's like
Yeah,
250
Oh,
or
okay,
something
word.
like that.
no, he's got like there's like 2,000.
Oh,
up right
2,000. That's what
and
it,
his
yeah.
end goal, I believe, is 40,000 satellites in a grid around
yeah,
the
dude.
whole fucking planet.
Basically, it's gonna be like our Dyson sphere, like
That's
before we
badass.
even have one. Except for it's just gonna be internet. So like,
dude, we need this. Honestly, I think that's a great idea.
yeah, I mean,
Bring it on,
no,
dude.
we'll be
so-
old as fuck by the time everyone will have access to it. But
no.
like,
I don't
I
think
mean,
so,
by the
'cause
time there's 40,000 of them, yes, we'll
I
be
think
old as fuck.
honestly, by the time like, I think we'll have citywide internet pretty soon. Like in every big city.
They already do
You know
in
what I'm
Houston
saying?
and
I
stuff
know,
like
that's
that.
what I'm saying. Like I think it'll be like every city, like relatively.
But that won't
Yeah.
even matter once the satellite shit comes out.
So-
Like, you won't even need that because then, like, think about
But you're
the
gonna pay for the
prospect of-
satellite shit. you
no, I
what
know,
I'm
but imagine like you could just have it linked to your phone at all times. Like you constantly are on Wi-Fi. Like imagine if you pay for it and then your satellite receive. Like maybe you can somehow receive satellite signal.
saying? Yeah,
through
but
your
if you're
phone.
getting like free internet from the city, why would you pay for?
Oh
you
well,
know?
it's
So-
not going to be gaming Wi-Fi. You're not going to have like that type of level of Wi-Fi.
I mean, you know,
like
you never
Houston's
know.
not going to pay for you to fucking be playing, your favorite first-person shooter.
Like I'm just saying, I think in our lifetime we'll all have access to Wi-Fi all over the place. You know what I mean?
Oh, we'll have for sure. We'll have access. It'll just be
For free,
shitty
you
internet.
know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah.
So to put the number of satellites and how fast he's gotten them up there into perspective, there is a total of 1,730 satellites currently, as of I think it was May or something, and they started launching them in 2019.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I mean, at that rate, we could see, and they're increasing the numbers that they're sending up each time and the frequency of the rockets to launch them up, and they're launching them up at like 100 or so satellites at a time because they're not.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, that's a lot of launches. I was
Yeah.
thinking like one launch per satellite.
No,
but
no, no.
okay.
So these are smaller than your normal satellite. I think they're as big as like a dinner table or something. Like they're not huge. These are, I mean, because there's going to be a fuck ton of them, and they're also in a straight grid. That's what it looks like in the night sky. I wish I could show y'all, but we don't have that set up. It's literally just a straight line of satellites, and then there's eventually going to be a grid of it.
Yeah.
So
He's
we're
gonna run
see-
into issues though with governments. Like they've already been like NASA's already complained about this. Like a bunch of people are complaining because
What's the problem?
that
Like,
there's too many satellites up there. Like
you're
it,
afraid he's gonna smash into the
Yeah.
ISS or some shit.
well, like no, because
No,
he's in
he's not
low
even-
orbit.
yeah, he's not
but
even
it's
close
gonna
to the
cause
ISS.
issues with other things. Like they're like we're already crowding up our space. Like our like
who's up there?
Well,
Well,
no,
it's the
what
fact
the
that-
issue is that what are you talking about the debris field and everything?
yeah the
They're-
debris field and stuff like that.
So with those, somebody I was curious about that too. So Brent, we have a giant since we did the first launch in the 60s
Uh-huh.
to now. There is such a huge debris field that is constantly
trash.
orbiting.
Just of our
Yeah.
like space trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, from failed launches, other countries constantly
Right.
trying to send stuff up.
that
and
dog they
not
sent
have-
up there, he's still
that
floating
monkey
around.
just.
Yeah.
Sputnik-
yeah.
but it's gotten it continually gets worse every
that
single
Russian
year.
woman.
And as these other countries bring on their space programs and stuff, it's getting worse and worse. But with them being such low orbit, whenever they're out of commission, they go into they just plummet and then they burn up an atmosphere.
Yeah. No, I know, but it's not necessarily about the fact that they're like, oh, it's going to lead to more debris. They just don't want that shit in our space. Like, I don't understand why NASA's against it, but apparently they are.
Well, it's not probably from any pollution standpoint.
No, it's probably just launches, and also they're like, well, we didn't get to do it.
Well, yeah,
you know, but like,
think about if you had a whole fucking grid around the Earth.
yeah.
If Elon Musk wanted to be a supervillain, he's got the technology now. Like,
Yeah, I mean, well,
Sure,
once
yeah.
he gets Neuralink going, then he'll really have the technology.
Yeah,
then he'll just
Neuralink.
shut you off with his satellite. Like he'll be walking around and just like.
yeah.
Anyways,
yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Appreciate the question. I love the tech shit.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
That's a lot.
Let's see what we got here. Speaking of tech stuff, what are some of the? Oh, this is Stephen Blaine Patterson, by the way.
okay.
What are some of the
Sup,
top
Steve?
routers out on the market? What do you guys use?
I hadn't had to buy a router in a while.
Yeah,
but
to be honest, I
mean,
just kind of got the one that the internet people gave us.
No, I don't
I
if,
don't know how to.
for gaming, first off, you should be plugged directly into your router. You should not be using Wi-Fi to be gaming online,
you-
at least.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
No, but I'm just
sometimes,
saying.
you know?
I'm saying,
I definitely get it, but
buy you an
know.
Ethernet cable. It's that simple. But if you do have to have Wi-Fi for some reason, like maybe you don't want an Ethernet cable
Yeah,
going
maybe
all
you
the
got
way
a
to your
roommate
router,
that pays all the Wi-Fi, and you know.
but then you can literally. I think the cheapest gaming router you're gonna find is like $200, but it basically all it does is it gives you like more options over like prioritizing bandwidth to certain devices and stuff like that. So you can just like buy one that I think Linksys has like a gaming line of Wi-Fi routers, and just like get on there and be like, I want to put all of my bandwidth to my PC or to my Xbox or whatever, and then if it's close enough to your shit, then you can just do the 5 gigahertz, like, and if not, I mean, it just gives you options. Like,
yeah, cut and dry. Make sure with the newer routers now. I bought one not too long ago, but it's just make sure specifically it has the 5 gigahertz. If you're
Yeah.
gonna have to use
Yeah.
Wi-Fi connection, and I think there's actually one that's a slight step above 5 gigahertz now, which would be
Yeah.
even better. The main focus if you're going to have to game over a Wi-Fi connection is that whatever gigahertz connection.
yeah,
that's
it
gonna
just
be the
gives you
biggest
2
factor.
channels. That what you're talking about. It just gives you 2 5 gigahertz channels. One that you can put stuff on, and then another one like that.
split
Way
the-
it's
yeah.
not. Yeah, it just like splits the load. But yeah,
Yep.
just find something like that. Just pay $200 basically for a Linksys game, and it even comes with like a UI, like a built-in like software that you can go in and set all the shit that's specifically gaming oriented or whatever.
You can achieve the that with a much cheaper one. Netgear has some 5 gigahertz routers that you can get that will achieve that without having to spend the extra. You just got to shop around Netgear, Linksys, and then there's one more that are pretty trusted brands. Just do your research on them before you get them.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We got Chad McLean here.
Shitty.
He says, being the OG's people champ, or the OG people's champ and all, how much do y'all love me?
Well,
Chad,
None
we love
anymore.
you so much, Chad. We love you
Yeah.
more than life itself. We would die for you, Chad.
we would die.
We're going
for
to die
you.
for you.
We're going to die for you, Chad. It's
Oh,
not
God.
we would. We are going to die for you, Chad.
It's all your fault, Chad.
Chad starts waking up in cold sweats, like after we all die in a crazy like accident, just like a crazy gaming accident.
It's
like-
all Chad's fault. No, I'm just kidding.
Doki Doki. No, we got one last one. Huh?
Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
longing.
The last one, we got Corey Richet here. He says, I know I've asked along the lines before, but I officially ordered a Nintendo Switch Lite for my son.
Good
He's
job.
been playing my PS5 recently for PS4 games that take the smaller wired controller, but he's pretty solid at learning and plays Spider-Man and has figured out how to do combos with multiple buttons. But for the question, how do you think the future generations of gamers are going to be, considering they are starting out leaps and bounds with current hardware/software compared to what we started with as our OG consoles?
So, real quick on that, like younger kids I noticed are significantly better, like a lot faster.
Absolutely.
Because of the more complex games and everything, complex control schemes and whatnot than we had when we were younger.
I
And
think
it's
a
more
lot of it goes
competitive.
down to like also the developing brain learns things easier. You know,
Yeah.
when you're younger, they say you learn like 1,000 words a day or some crazy shit like that. You just absorb information better at a young age. So like when you're learning how to do something like control a camera with your right thumb and control a character with your left thumb, that's one of those skills that takes adults, longer to learn, I feel like, because it's like a associative thing,
Yeah.
But like I feel like we didn't get a chance to learn that until we were like, 11 or 12, because most of the, twin stick shooter games weren't really like a thing. Even after the 2-stick format came out for PS1, it took a while for
Took
that to become
Xbox
like
and
the
PS2.
norm. Yeah, exactly. And by then we were like, what, 11? We decided earlier we were like 11,
12,
right?
yeah,
11 or 12.
11.
Something like that.
So it's like, these kids are playing games from the time they're like 6 or 7, and
their dexterity develops a whole lot faster than what we were dealing with.
and it's
back
incredibly fast. Like I watched Audra's nephew, develop his gaming skills, and we played Fortnite when he was like 5 or 6 or something like that. And like, obviously he wasn't very good. The next year, he's fucking
then. Yeah.
wrecking people, dude.
Yeah, it's
Killing
crazy.
whole lobbies. Like it's crazy. Like,
They
little
also
kid-
have a lot of time. That's the other
True.
thing. Is like
Another
as
time,
an
yeah.
adult, you have to go to your job. As a kid, you go to school, but when you get home, it's like you do what like an hour of homework, and then it's just games. Like
Yeah.
if your parents are cool with that. But like for the most part, these kids are just playing games. That's all they do. And then you also got to think. Games are more competitive now. When we were kids, like online gaming was just becoming a thing.
Yep.
So we only knew how good our friends were. It was like, oh, I'm the best one here. You think you're really fucking good, and then Xbox Live comes out, and you're like, holy shit, I
fucking
suck.
suck.
Like or you go and you play with a different group of friends that you've never played with before, and one of them is just like a fucking star, and you're like, holy shit. Like
Yeah.
I remember, like I thought I was fucking good at Halo. Like I that's all we did was play Halo. I thought I was fucking good. And then I went over to my buddy Thomas's house, and he fucking just destroyed me. Like I couldn't even get a shot on him. And like that made me increase my skill though, because I learned from him. And now kids, they can just learn from everybody online. They can watch YouTubers who can show them shit, all this stuff. We didn't have that back then.
Streamers, and then and the drive to just be the better,
Be the best.
Yeah.
What I think is interesting is like how are kids gonna react to like developing technologies that are still in their infancy, like VR and stuff. Are we gonna see like?
Will that be more
you're
popular?
You're on Quest 2. I mean, there's a fuck ton of little kids.
That's what
on
I'm
Quest
saying.
2.
All
Yeah.
these little kids on the Quest 2, like I don't know. Are they gonna like not get motion sick? Is there gonna be like different effects on kids that play? Like, I don't know. It's,
One example I've seen is my cousin. Well, I guess he has a Quest 2,
uh-huh.
and he sent me a snap, and he was like playing it just like super intuitively. Like,
Oh, I
picked
saw-
it up like
I'm on a group with like a VR group, and this guy's got like a 6-year-old daughter or some shit, and she plays Beat Saber like fucking expert level, just
yeah.
like it's insane. Like I don't know.
That's the crazy thing, man. The times they are changing. We're gonna be like 80 years old, sitting in our rockers, like with our
Like-
VR headsets on, just like and they're gonna be on some new shit. They're gonna be like
Oh,
on.
dude, yeah, they're not even gonna be fucking with VR. They're
Yeah.
like, look at those old analog VR headsets.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys got you guys got to touch things, boop, like hit
Yeah.
their fucking Neuralink, and they're just like upload.
Except for they won't even be talking. They'll just like be communicating through just telepathic.
like-
Like they're just like
I
looking
can't-
at each other.
Boomer.
I can't wait to get.
5G. But anyways, well,
Ah.
thanks for the listener questions,
Yeah,
guys.
good-
We had a lot today. That was
Yeah,
great.
Awesome questions.
This
Yeah.
fucking 3-hour long episode. It's been a good one, but we got to round it out with
Brent's mega fucking trivia.
goodness.
So, all right, get ready for the trivia.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's no crazy, topic or anything today.
What
Which
does that
company-
mean? Just like any
We're just
topic?
crazy trivia, dog.
Oh,
We're
okay,
doing
okay,
this.
okay. All over.
Actually, these both have to do with geography, so this is a
Okay.
geography thing.
Bet.
Which country consumes the most chocolate per capita? You get 2 guesses each.
I'm gonna say Germany.
Okay, you get one more guess. You get 2 guesses still over there.
Okay.
You might want to wait for Jamel's second guess so you can narrow it down.
Well, don't
No,
tell.
I'm just kidding.
well, yeah. Well, don't tell him if he's right or wrong if he guesses. it.
No, you go.
Before I
You
get
go
my
for
turn.
it.
Whoever gets it is getting a fucking fat prize, so you
All right.
better try to guess it fast.
You get one.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't actually
obvi-
have a prize. I'm sorry, I lied.
You know, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna.
I feel like you're gonna say it. I feel like you know it deep in your heart. But
No,
you're-
I don't know it. No.
what
I'm,
is your gut telling you?
I'm
though?
like I'm trying to like process. Okay, real quick.
when you
I'm
think
gonna
of
go with-
chocolate,
I'm gonna go with Russia for some reason.
Russia.
I don't
Okay,
know,
interesting.
just a stab in the
but
dark.
wrong.
Was I even close?
You were closer than Russia for
Okay.
sure.
I'm gonna say okay, chocolate.
Spain.
Oh, I thought you had it, but no.
Oh, so
And-
it's S. Okay.
Asparagus. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought you had it. I was like, you got it.
Portugal.
Portugal.
I don't know why that popped in my head. S.
Spiceland.
Oh, is it?
Wait, it's a
Sweet-
country.
Well, I already guessed my.
Wait, what'd you say?
We'll go with your second guess. All right.
Syria. I don't know.
Definitely
Was
not.
it Sweden?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
well,
Stockholm.
You were the closest with Sweden, I think. I feel like.
What is it?
Switzerland.
Oh, we're just saying like
Sweden
S
was getting me
word.
my first guess for whatever reason. So I was.
Because
yeah,
it sounds
I
like
think it's
sweets.
Switzerland. Okay.
I just thought it was gonna be Germany. I don't know why. I just imagined them over there eating their
Eating a bunch of
milkas or
oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Like yeah,
The chocolate is
the
delicious.
chocolate.
Oh, Thomas. All right. Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Next.
That's a good one.
Get
Okay.
ready. Prepare. Which 2 U.S. states don't observe daylight savings time?
Oh, that's tough. Obviously, ones that aren't known for farming.
Yeah.
So
That's a good.
I don't know which states that would be. I'm gonna say.
If you can get 1 out of the 2.
Hawaii's one.
Woo! You're good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was okay. I don't actually have a reward. I was gonna try.
Then
to
would it
bribe
be
you, but
Alaska for the other one?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
but-
No, because they're way up. Well, I said Hawaii like I knew it, but I only thought about it because of where they are as far as like on the planet.
You're 100% correct on that one for
Yeah.
sure. The other
but
one's
the
not as obvious.
Yeah, the second one I'm having trouble with
The other
because there's
one's a
not
weird one.
anything that far south in the hemisphere.
You said it's a weird one.
It is a weird one. It's like, why would that
Wyoming.
not observe daylight savings time?
Wyoming.
They definitely got
No.
daylight
No,
savings in
Idaho.
Wyoming.
I'll let you guys
Oh,
have
yeah,
more
Wyoming's
than
like
2
a big farming state. Probably
Uh,
dipshit.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona. No, I'm just kidding. Go through all 50.
I don't know New Jersey. Like, what is it? What is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
It is Arizona.
What? Yeah,
Isn't that
is a
weird?
one. Well, like you said, not a lot of farming. I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's. I mean,
It's
there's
like
a good bit.
deserts
Of,
and
there's
stuff,
a good
right?
bit. Yeah, a good bit
Yeah.
of desert.
They got
Anyways, that's a fun
Cool.
trivia.
Yeah,
so
that
there
was
you
a good
go.
one.
Sweet.
Stumped me on
We
that one.
have finished up the show, guys.
Woo!
But remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com.
Yeah.
The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to submit any questions you want us to read on the show to the GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast. Check out our video content on youtube.com/CreateForSanity. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle @JoffreyJamel, Brent at Brent Has One, Devin at Devondrius, and check out the GameSpeak Podcast